We're
Oh,
on. Hey, what's
we're
up?
live.
What's
What's up, Amy?
up? Oh my God, so much love, dude. I have to tell you. So somebody left a comment on one of my videos and was like, "You really need to like do an intro, and you need to, you know
Oh,
what?
they
First of
want you to
all,
put a bunch of like
I
animation and
mean,
stuff.
no, not like a live intro, but just like an intro saying like who I'm talking to or whatever. Because the last time we just kind of like started talking,
Yeah.
so."
Well, with Neeb.
No, just all
Uh,
my conversations in general. I'm never like, hey, so this is Alf. Alf, tell me about yourself. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd start asking weird questions, like, what are you about? Let's start there.
that's
Alf
like
Benny, my friend, we met on Devon streams.
how Devon streams are fun.
They're so fun. Oh my God. That shit is like crack.
Yeah, everybody there's really cool, and he's been streaming so much lately. So like we've really gotten to know a couple of people.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
and it's cool because it's the same people that come again and again and again. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like everybody, it's a little community around Devon, which is really cute. And then
Yeah.
like everybody is just all about kind of getting along. Like, fuck, man, I love having the whole like ban hammer thing.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty.
love that shit. I love it because I hate like people will just come in and start talking shit, and it's like, why?
Oh yeah,
Like,
the random
is
people.
this the way to do this? Like, I just don't understand internet etiquette.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
it's like,
I think it probably happens a lot more when there's like some sort of YouTube drama going on with
yeah.
him that he gets pulled into for somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never. He's so chill about it too. That's what I don't get. Like, people just overblow him, and it's like, what the
Yeah.
relax, guys. Like, he's not even saying any of the things you guys are saying. But anyways, tell me about yourself. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, what's your thing?
I play guitar.
Hmm.
I sing. I play video games. I watch horror movies. I'm
Oh,
basically a nerd, really.
big nerd.
Yeah,
That's okay. It's cool to
but
be a
I'm a cool
nerd.
nerd.
Yeah, you're a cool nerd. So you work graveyards, right?
Yeah, it sucks.
How long have you been doing that for?
Uh, let's see, maybe like 3 or 4 years.
I did that for about maybe it wasn't even a year, but it just like it fucks you up so much.
Yeah, it does. It's horrible too because it's like at 3:30.
Yeah.
So that's like a weird time to wake up. Like I have to sleep in like two shifts.
Hmm.
Like I'll take like 4 hour nap before work, and then I
Yeah.
get home from work. I'm up for a little while, and then I'll take another 4 hour nap.
Yeah. Ouch. I just hit myself. Oh, it's what I do.
You're a klutz.
Yes, I am. I can be, that's for sure. Most of the time I'm okay, but I decided that I'm going to try and do my nails while I do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
just make yourself at home, Amy. It's fine.
Multitasking, Alf. It's called multitasking. So tell me, like, what do you watch on YouTube? Who do you like on YouTube?
I guess most of the usual people. Devin Bering's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
else?
did you listen to that stream with Copper Cab, right?
Yeah,
Holy mother
that
of
was pretty cool.
goodness. I really have a hard time like figuring out if that guy's a troll or not. And
I'm pretty sure he is. I can't believe
he's
that's
so
all real.
crazy though. He just loses his mind all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He gets so fucking pissed off. It was so funny when he was muted though. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. He showed his grandma, and I was like,
Mima.
she's like sitting on the couch, like, why are you pointing that camera at me?
Well, is that what she said? I didn't even know
No,
she
she
said
didn't say that, but she
anything.
had like that.
She just
face.
kind of had that scowl on her face. Yeah.
Like, why are you dragging me into this, you
Holy
bastard?
crap. That was so crazy. What did he say? He said suicide was part of the patriarchy.
Something like that.
And then
I
he
can't
started
even
talking about how,
know.
well, gay people commit suicide and that means there's more white men or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's like a cartoon character. I can't.
Yeah,
I
he
can't.
totally is.
I can't picture him being for real.
You know, the first time I heard about Copper Cab was Devin was doing a stream one morning and making a video about him. It was the one where he was bitching about like everybody hiding behind their avatar or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, who? Yeah, apparently he was he on Oprah or something, or was that bullshit?
I don't know if that's real. That I don't know about. I've seen him on other people's channels before. I'm pretty sure Bering did something about him like half a year ago or something.
Okay. Well, whatever.
It wasn't burying
That
him.
was really funny, man. That was so funny. He just kept, oh, poor guy. He's like freaking out. He's like, "You're laughing at me? Why are you laughing? That's
And then
not okay."
they were like, did we just kill him?
I know.
Like,
Oh yeah, he left, and have we heard of? Oh, he did a video recently, didn't he?
yeah.
About Devin or something.
It was either that or he tweeted something at him.
Oh my god! And he's been showing up in the streams too. If that's even him, I haven't been able to tell. But like,
I was bugging that Devin was on that stream. I was like, whoa, but they kind
that
of
was an enjoyable stream.
Yeah, but there was just too many people, and they just all started talking over each other. Like Devin would try to say something, and then Bering would be like, "Oh, blah 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 blah."
Yeah. It is kind of hard, especially if there's latency.
What?
If there's lag.
Oh yeah.
And shit, like that just totally crosses over all the lines, and you're like, what? And everyone's like, "Oh, sorry." Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. There was like 8 people, and then Crouch T came in, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, but he bitched out and he left.
Yeah, Crouching.
Oh my God, yeah, Crouching P. That was so funny.
Yeah, everybody in the chat was cracking up. I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, that was good. It's really funny because like 8 or 9 people will throw out zingers at the same time. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm like so down with this community. Like it's really what it is. I've been kind of looking at it, and I'm just like, you know, we all come here, we all talk, we're all like internet friends. It sounds so cheesy, but it's kind of awesome. Like it's kind of, I get the whole mob thing, right? Because it is fun to be a part of something like that.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, never would I have the kind of
cult.
I know, it totally is, isn't it?
Cult of Rue.
We're the cult of stalkers. Like every time, like I have a shit on, I have my notifications turned on so I don't miss a stream. I miss them in the morning, or like he sometimes will stream at like 3 a.m. my time, and I'm sleeping, and I wake up and I'm like, fuck. But I'll watch it like while I'm getting ready for work and shit.
Yeah, he's been streaming a lot too, like at rare times, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I wasn't paying attention. I'm an hour late.
Yeah, for Stream of Consciousness, he's one of the most fun to listen to, I think.
Yeah.
I just find him funny, so.
I think he's the most entertaining person.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like,
you know what else I really like?
No, go ahead.
I love Chris Raygun. I think he's adorable.
Chris Raygun's funny.
Yes, he is quite funny.
And he's Puerto Rican. Like he always. Well, he's from my side of the world, so I really.
Does he live in LA? What do you mean your side of the world?
He just moved to LA. He's actually from like Brooklyn or something.
Oh, okay.
He just moved to LA like a few months ago.
I did not know that. Yeah, I know it was recent. I didn't know where he moved from though. Yeah. So what else? That guy's Lacey Green's gay boyfriend.
Lacey
Green's gay BFF.
I was in
Oh my god! Someone like put Lacey Green's information on Facebook, and like people came to her house and shit. I can't believe these people. It's like so ridiculous. Little people are giving her shit for wanting to talk to the opposite side and have a conversation, like you guys keep saying to do. No, they just want to shut down conversations. You can't talk to these people, man.
The shit that Steve Shive said, man, had my eyes rolling.
Oh, like, to Lacey?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Can you hold on for a second?
Sure.
It will not take long.
No problem. I can just talk to myself.
Sorry.
No worries. Do your thing. Hey, chat. What's up? How many people are there? Like 3? 3 of you? 2? Give me a number. Say present.
That's it. I'll fill in the spot for you.
Oh my god. Listen to these fucks. How fucking rude.
Oh, hello?
I don't appreciate your manners.
Hi. I'm Gil. I'm Alf's friend. I just infiltrated the line.
Hey, Gil. Nice to meet you. What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. What are you guys discussing tonight? I heard it was something good.
We didn't really have a particular topic in mind. We were just kind of like going from nowhere. I want to get better at talking, right? So it's like I should just not write shit down and just kind of go, head first and just try it.
I think that probably would be your best option. I mean, start a conversation. Everything basically comes naturally.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it. And
I think you got the. I've been found out. I'm out of here.
So rude. Hi. I'm just kidding.
Had fun talking to my friend Gil.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's your friend, he's probably cool.
Yeah, he's a tattoo artist, and his shop is like 2 blocks up from me. So
you said you have a lot of tattoo artist friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's one thing I need to get better at. Is not
That's
cutting
cool.
Okay, so what is that?
Sorry, that's somebody came over real quick, but they're leaving.
I just want to make sure they weren't talking to you, so.
No.
Because then I'll just shut up and wait patiently. No, it's all good.
Sorry, this is good.
It is.
So what do you do? I know you.
What do I do? I definitely work out. Because of that tweet yesterday. I work at a bankruptcy firm as reception and administration. It's just your regular old desk job.
How was that?
It's okay. I like it. I have no problems with it. I hope I don't stay there forever though, because it's kind of dead end. You know what I mean? But anything that I want to do is either going to take too much schooling and too much money, and I'm way too afraid to take out loans because I live by myself and shit, and I do everything on my own, right? So it's like, I don't know if I want to go in that much debt. I'm just like in the middle of all these decisions I need to make, and I'm just not making.
That happens. You're like at that age where that happens.
I know, dude. And it's like, like you get older, you do think about what you want to do and where you want to be and stuff. And you just like, I fucking hate it because I'm always one of those people who's just like, I don't know. It's like, I either want to be a genetic engineer or I want to like be an artist of some sort. And like, it's very strange. Pardon?
Oh, I'm interested in art.
I draw.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just generally like the arts. Like comedy is my favorite.
Comedy's good. Who's your favorite comedian?
You know what?
Oh, I noticed you like Joe Rogan a lot.
I like his podcast better than I like his comedy. Let's say that.
Yeah.
However, he is really fun in person. I've seen Joe Rogan twice on stage. The second time I went, I met him and I got a picture with him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy. And
I like Joe Rogan a lot.
Yeah, it's BC. So he was on the stage and people were just hucking joints on stage. And like 5 minutes in, he's like, all right, you fuckers. He picks one up and he lights it up and he's like, are you fucking happy now? And everybody goes crazy because we're like, yeah, of course we're happy. Smoke that shit, son. Tony Hinchcliffe opened for him.
I don't know.
Tony Hinchcliffe, do you watch the podcast or listen to the podcast?
Sometimes. I've seen a couple episodes, yeah.
So he calls him the Golden Pony. He's this really skinny looking guy. He looks like one of those ventriloquist dummies. If you ever look at him, I'll send you a picture later or something.
Ventriloquist dummies.
Yeah.
It's not the guy that was on Mad TV, is it?
No. I don't think he was on Mad TV, no. So he opened for him. It was quite good. And who else? Joe Rogan. I like Joe Rogan. What were we talking about? I totally slipped my mind. This is what happens with weed, man.
We're talking about comedy. I like
comedy, right?
Diaz.
I haven't watched. Yeah, I know who that is. I watched a couple of his shows.
He's from my county.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's awesome. Jersey. You're in Jersey.
Yeah. He'll talk about certain bars, and those would be like bars that I went to when I was like 16 and shit. The seedy bars in the city.
Yep.
Of my
Doug Stanhope. Do you like
Doug Stanhope? Is cool.
He makes me laugh. So he's really crude though, but I really like him.
Yeah. But that's like his thing. That's what's funny about him.
Yeah.
And I know you like Amy Schumer.
No, I fucking do not like Amy Schumer. She's awful. Her last special was fucking atrocious.
Oh, I couldn't even watch it. I watched it for like 5 minutes and I was like, oh, I know these 5 minutes is going to be like the rest of the show. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, Jim Jeffries, ELGGDOS. How the fuck do you say that? Aldos. Jim Jeffries is hilarious. Although I wasn't too pleased with his most recent special, Freedom. I thought it was a little bit. I don't know. Comedians are getting a little bit. It's like their bias comes through their comedy. I don't mind if you're like making fun of something, but like. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
It works with some people, but not with like all people.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's what it is.
Like George Carlin and Bill Hicks.
Oh, Carlin. Really that. Yes.
But I guess that was a different climate socially at that time as well.
It was. But you would think it would be more tough then. Like it's current year. God damn it. Like it should be so much better now. But it just seems like we're going backwards.
Yeah, this is really weird. Like it just started a couple of years ago and then everything's just been going backwards since then.
So gross. It's so gross. And it's because all the adults are being such pussies and they're not standing up to these kids.
Yeah.
Screaming buffoons.
Did you see that Evergreen stuff?
Oh, have I seen it?
Oh, that was horrible. I watched a bunch of stuff on that.
Dude,
I was like,
wow. So gross.
I'm like, I don't see why they don't just kick all those kids out and start fresh on the new semester. Like, yeah, we'll get new students in here.
I don't know what the heck to say about that. I can't believe they let kids talk to them like that.
Yeah, they were threatening violence and shit. Like that's, and then the president of the school wouldn't give like the police permission to follow up on anything, so they couldn't even like arrest these kids.
Nope. But like all these kids were in a room. They were in a room with the president of Evergreen, and they're just like. They have this list of demands, and this guy's totally capitulating. You know, he had to be escorted to the bathroom. Like, oh my God, they wouldn't let him go to the bathroom by himself. He's an adult. Like, what are you guys doing?
When they first that first video, like when they have the guy cornered, the teacher, I think his name's like Brett Weinstein or something, and there was like the cops came and they were blocking the cops from getting near him. They just wanted to see if he was okay and make sure he's safe. And all the kids like started blocking the cops. And I'm like, how did the cops not just bull rush right through them? Like, but they had like the president told them not to confront the kids and stuff. So they couldn't do anything. They had to go around and come through the window. why you making faces at me?
You know, the college is actually was telling the cops to stand down. Which
that's crazy.
I don't really understand. So get this too. This is what's really funny. So videos were released from that day in which the kids were like screaming at the teachers and stuff, and they had like teachers cornered, like you were saying. They got pissed off because that footage got released because they didn't want anybody to see it. So basically, they just want to behave however the fuck they want, and they want zero consequences for it. Which, I mean, that's not how the world works, but. That's how they think the world works, because the adults around them are like, hey, yeah, sure. Have whatever you want. No, I haven't got a chance to write the faculty to let the faculty know that your assignments are going to be late. Like,
yeah, it's weird, man. I don't understand what's happening to this country. It's so strange.
No, me neither. But it's not just, I mean, it's not just in the States, right? It's in a lot of places.
Oh, yeah, you have it. I think you guys have it worse.
We are not like, I believe that talking shit about Islam now gets you in trouble.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's called Bill M103. And then there was another one that came out recently, that C16 shit.
Yeah,
a hearing just came out about it recently with like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I watched that, and it was like a bill that's like, if you don't call somebody by the pronoun that they want to be called by, then it could be considered harassment.
Yeah,
and can be legally prosecutable.
I don't know. That shit just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you can, like, we fought 2 wars for freedom and free speech and like all these values and shit, and now it's like those values mean nothing to people because they're offended. That's really at bottom what it is. Don't hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, a world of sensitivity. That's what we're making.
I fucking hate that. Like, I'm so many bitches. Like, you have to worry about what you're saying at all times. You can't say anything. You have to be careful. And I don't care. I come off pretty rough around certain groups of people. And work is the only place that I will behave. But I mean, outside of that, fuck that.
Just get to say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But fuck that. We should get in on this culture and throw tantrums so we can get whatever we want.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea I'm trying to get with this whole thing. I'm really trying to get better at talking, and like I've been seeking out shit. I'll get on Instagram and someone will leave a comment on one of my fucking pictures, and it'll be like, "I'm so tired of all this Muslim hate. It's fucking boring." And I'm like, like how people think that it isn't fair to dislike certain people who are killing people because of their religion. Just it doesn't jive. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they can't see it past a certain bias, and it's like you can't reason with them at that point. They just have that view, and no matter what you say or how you put it, they're not gonna see the other side, And it's like everybody has concerns, I
feel like it's my fucking moral duty to talk to these assholes and just like just like practice my patience as much as possible, because if we don't talk to these people, the only other option left is fighting with these people, because I mean they're getting violent. I don't even know where to start with this, because it's such a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's a huge mess. It's hindsight now, so it's hard to figure out how to solve the problem when we should have had like different policies in the first place, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, what do you mean different policies?
Like maybe about vetting people and letting people in the first place. Like, I mean, like, you know,
but vetting's hard. It's hard to vet.
Yeah, it is hard. It's true. But I don't know how else would we have been able to cut down on terrorism, you know?
I don't know, but it's kind of a scary problem, because there's even a risk with women and children, right? Because if women are coming here and they're not being assimilated, and then they're having children and they're still growing up with that doctrine, and they're going to the mosque and they're doing all these things, they're still going to hold these beliefs that are antithetical to the values of our countries, right? Yeah. And then they have like 8 or 9 of them, and that's like 8 or 9 potential jihadis. I mean, you have to be honest about that.
Yeah, it's true. You never know. They look like normal people. I mean, I think. Do you remember, Gil, if the 9/11, one of them, the hijackers lived in this area, right? Or Teterboro?
I have no idea. Right? I don't really know where they lived. I actually, you know, when 9/11 happened, I was too young to really understand what was happening. I was just in the 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I was already graduated and I was on my way to work when it happened. I actually saw it live.
Oh, that's so fucked.
Scary. Yeah. From across the river, you know, like, cause where I live is right across the river from New York City. Like I could see the Empire State Building from my porch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was on my way on the bus, like right on the water's edge, and seeing that, like, oh shit. You didn't know what was going on.
So, you know who I forgot to mention? I'm actually going to turn this off now because I'm getting distracted by it. You know who I forgot to mention on the list of comedians? We went all over the place. That was awesome.
Our conversation.
Louis C.K. Do you like Louis C.K.? I find him quite funny. I hear he's quite regressive, but his comedy is great.
He's kind of one of those people who just says what he says. So, yeah, he doesn't hold himself back.
No, he doesn't. And that's kind of good. We need more of that. People are getting too afraid. But it's all starting at the universities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like a phase that happens, because that happened pretty big in the 90s. Mm-hmm. I was a teenager in the early 90s, and that was happening a lot. There was a big feminist push and, sensitivity and all that stuff.
Feminism is like the worst.
But then that passed. By the time the 90s ended, it finished, you know?
Yeah.
Shit anymore.
Feminism is one of the worst things, I think, that could have possibly happened at this time of our lives.
You must admit, it's made for some pretty good entertainment.
It sure has, but I would rather, I mean, we have so much entertainment from this free speech bullshit that I'd rather feminism not be a problem. But, you know.
I remember telling you that The Young Turks is the best comedy show on YouTube.
Fuck, dude. Fuck the Young Turks.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Young Turks, and
it's so funny, man. But it's not funny in the sense that there's people who watch it and agree with them.
That's scary. That's scary.
But from like our point of view, it's pretty funny, because just listening to them, it's like, how can this be real? You know, like these people are so goofy.
Do you really think, like, I often wonder, like, is it just because they're funded by a Qatari organization, right? So I wonder how much of the shit that they say that they believe. Like, I have a hard time with that with Anita Sarkeesian too, because man, some of the shit they say is outrageous.
I personally think Anita Sarkeesian is a scam artist. I don't think she really believes all that shit. I think she took, because there's like videos of her when she was going to like marketing conventions and stuff and learning how to like market herself. And then after that, she started coming out with all this feminist stuff. So I think she mixed like her degree in women's studies that, you know, you can't really do shit with marketing, and learned a way to market that, you know? So I think she's fake.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of the shit that comes out of her mouth is just, I just can't believe it. And I'm like, dude, you're like.
No way. She makes like videos, like I play a lot of video games. So when I see her videos and she's pointing stuff out, I'm like, no, that's not what the game's about.
Let's just create problems from out of fucking nowhere.
you know she didn't play those games. So it's like,
That's what it sounds like. No, she didn't. She's retarded.
yeah, there's lots of times where she explains that you can't do something in a game, but you can. So it's like, oh, she
I can't
didn't play that
believe.
fucking game.
Did you watch the stream last night with Billy Pong and Evan?
I only got to see a little bit of it.
Okay, so there was a point where in the video she's talking about how Islam is not a race. But if you're making fun of Islam, it's racism or something. Like it was such a weird point like that where she said something and then she contradicted herself within 10 seconds of saying what she originally said. And it's like, I don't understand how people buy this. That's what's scary to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's scary to me is like, I wonder with TYT because they have so many followers, they get quite a bit more dislikes than they do likes, but not nearly the amount of people who like or dislike their videos. So like is there such thing as like empty accounts or something like that?
I don't think so. They've been around a long time. I think that just a lot of people just never unsubscribed and they just don't watch it anymore.
Yeah. Why is YouTube helping them? Isn't that weird?
They make
YouTube
a lot of money.
really pumps them.
Yeah, they make a lot of money for YouTube. That's what they do.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. These things aren't very obvious to me right away, so.
But they've really gone off the rails. Like, Young Turks wasn't like that before.
Course!
Of course!
Dude,
oh, God. Right?
They're sad. They're such sad babies.
Yeah, they're
oh my God.
Yeah,
Get off my stage! Get off my stage! Where's the plane? Where's the plane? I was like, oh my God, you're a fucking grown man, dude. Like, how are you behaving like this?
You know what gets stuck in my head all the time, and that I have to like go to one of Devin's videos and listen to it again all the time. There's nothing worse than the Crusades.
There's nothing worse than dropping nuclear bombs.
That's
oh my
with
God.
the hip hop beat they put on it. It just gets.
Oh yeah. That's so funny.
Like every once in a while, I gotta look up that video again so I can hear it.
I can't even hate watch TYT. They fucking bother me so much.
I just like watching it when Devin makes fun of it.
Yeah, that's what I do. Or if other people make videos about it, I'm down. But like, I can't sit there and consciously. Sorry, I just killed a bug. Oh!
Ew.
My hand. Fire. Oh my goodness, that was gross, dude. Dude. Yeah. So TYT. Fuck TYT. Who else is really bad? You know what else I've been watching?
So I can't help that. Like, Brown Fabio is the most hilarious thing. I die laughing every time I see that guy's face. Francis is hilarious.
Francis. I went on Google today to search for a picture of him so I could post it as a response to someone who tweeted at me, and like some of the pictures that came out that were like, follow him on Instagram. I was like, oh my God, this is the same shit that Brown Fabio had, like the same kind of pictures. Let me look down. I have a coffee cup in my hand. Ooh, I'm so edgy. I'm so sexy. Look at my necklace, or look at my bow tie. Like it's so weird.
That one with Brown Fabio with his headphones on his mouth. That makes me die every time I see it.
I can't even. Brown Fabio is just, oh my God. Yeah, I'm totally not a fan of Francis. So just so you know, I'm also reading the chat at the same time. So if I start talking randomly about what they're saying.
Who's in the chat?
So we got Extreme Cinema John, we got Steve Vanilla, we got Doggers, Chris Blue. I used to watch TYT when they attacked Sam Harris with lies and that was the worst fucking interview of life. That did it for me.
Which one?
The interview with Jenk and Sam Harris.
Oh,
dude, that was like an abomination of an interview. I cannot believe Sam Harris went through that shit. That was embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. You know where you get that feeling like your butthole clenches and you're like, oh, this is gross. I can't believe I'm witnessing this right now. Oh, dude. Yeah, for real. Your body just seizes up and you're like, oh, like he was so gross. That whole probability theory shit. Where he didn't understand. It doesn't matter. Jesus isn't returning, so whether it's here or there, it doesn't matter. Oh my God.
How could you possibly not understand probability theory? It's like this concept.
So
no,
dumb.
It doesn't matter. Neither of them exist.
And then all the shit that he constantly says about about Sam too. Like he is trying to jump on the back of Sam Harris to like get some sort of attention because
Yeah, he won't
I
drop
don't
it.
know.
He even made a video the day after the debate where he
Oh my God.
kept twisting his words, and then he got into a fight with Ben Mankiewicz and was like
Oh yeah.
telling him he didn't say that or something. Like he didn't say that.
Oh my God, dude. No, he lied and it's on camera.
Yeah.
All the shit that he denies, like this is a hard time to lie about shit, especially when you said shit on camera. That's so embarrassing. How the fuck do you do that? You are recorded.
Yeah. And then he lies about it, gets called out by his partner, and then he just shuts his partner out by talking louder.
Yeah.
What a buffalo.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you know, John said he's seen that interview 3 hours 4 times. I don't know how you did that. That is fucking rough. Holy crap.
I watched it in like, it was so long I like fell asleep at some point and woke back up and I'm like, oh, is this idiot still fucking not understanding what he's saying?
No, I don't think Jake really does understand what he's saying. They just say whatever they need to suit whatever they're doing at the moment.
Yes, I'm saying about them having like a certain bias and they just cannot see past that no matter what, you know?
Yeah.
Strange. There's no reason in them.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I hate people who just fucking come and spam the chat. And like, I only have like 9 people here. I'm so gangster. Oh my God, there's someone being annoying.
I just popped out the chat.
Yeah, I just did the same thing.
I was like, I see Devin do it. I know how to do it.
You know what? I did it for the first time like a few days ago, and I was like, I can't believe this. This is amazing. And like, someone in the chat was like, Amy, you've seen Devin do it how many times? Like, how the fuck do you not know this? And I'm like, oh, well, because I'm stupid. I thought that was like the stream runner privilege that was going on.
You're not stupid. You just smoke a lot.
Yeah. I ain't stupid. I just smoke a lot.
Oh, you caught that. All right.
Yeah, I did. Of course. Come on. So what else? Seriously, I should just like come out and say this straight up, but like the last few days, probably the last week, I'm pretty much what I'm doing when I have any time or have time and not gymming or whatever, is I'm in a goddamn stream.
Oh yeah.
Those chats are lit.
You've been doing it a lot lately, right?
Yeah, it's so fun. Like I don't know how to stay away from it. Like it's cool. Like we should make what?
We should make a YouTube channel for like all the people that we talk to on the
hey
chat.
Guys, yeah, let's just hang out sometimes.
Yeah, we'll make a big hangout with like 6 or 7 of us and talk.
I kind of wonder if people would be down though.
Yeah, I bet half of them wouldn't.
Yeah. Chrissy was saying she was socially awkward. I was like, what? You seem so chill to me. Chrissy? Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, she definitely does. Everybody seems pretty cool. I mean, I don't think there's anybody there that isn't. So.
I like Spencer. He's fun.
He's great. He hasn't been there the last couple of days, and I've been wondering where the hell he's been.
Me and what's his name, Dynasty.
Yeah.
He was gonna pay me to rape him and take his virginity.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I remember that. I'm just getting so mellow now because I've had a little bit to smoke and I'm having a little bit to drink, and I'm usually pretty tired on the weekdays. So I work 8 to 4:30. I get up at 4:30 in the morning though, because I like to make my lunch and do everything in the morning, and it takes me like 2 hours to wake up.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I like to relax and drink coffee and stuff before I do anything.
Mm-hmm. The Amy and Chrissy thing comes true. It might. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what we can muster up, people. Yo, I would just be stoked to get to go to England too. Yeah, that sounds so dope. I've never been there.
Unless you get like a van running into you or...
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, Devin was telling me, he's like, it's like the hot spot for terrorist attacks. And I'm like, don't worry, sounds like the perfect place for an edgelord like me. It is 7:00 p.m. where I am. Where it's 10 o'clock where you are, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Like, are you gonna go to work soon? Like,
no, I'm off actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm good for today.
Cool. So what are your plans?
Probably just smoke and play video games.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope.
Much. Same thing I do every night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Australia. He's in Australia, Steve. It's so
Even the
crazy.
best
Everybody's from so many different places. It's
Yeah, I
really
find that
cool.
like
I love that. I've met a few cool Canadian people, and that's surprising for me because I just don't seem to.
is Vancouver very progressive, as they say?
I don't know what the fuck's happening here.
No.
All I can tell you is Trudeau is just such a chauncey pants.
It's not that bad where I'm at, but I live in a really condensed city. It's like the most populated city per square mile in the United States. Maybe like the second or third, but it's just really tiny and people on top of people. And we just have so many different people with different ideas that nobody really bothers anybody. You know?
I mean, that's kind of how it should be. Unless
Yeah,
you're hitting someone or whatever.
yeah, basically. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And it used to be real ghetto,
Sean.
but
Yeah.
it cleaned up a lot, so it's not so bad anymore.
Mhm.
Well, it's ghetto in the poor way, but they're not as crime ridden as before.
I can imagine. I don't think crime is high. Crime is as high here as it is where you are in the U.S.
No, yeah, it's
But
probably worse here.
honestly, I don't know shit about crime or anything here. I know more about crime in the States because I've just heard the stats and seen the stats and like I don't know. I'm just fuck Canada. USA.
Yeah, USA is very regional. I mean, I assume Canada would be too, but it's very different where you go. Like I moved to Georgia for a while, and that was like culture shock. It was like a whole other country. Like nobody was anything the same. Then I moved to somebody's getting a call.
No, it's just an alarm. Sorry.
And then I moved to Miami, and that was a totally different world on top of that, you know? So it's very different. Georgia was like, you know, people are like, oh, white people are racist in the South, but it was really equal on both sides. Like black people were just as racist as some of the white people, you know? But the majority of people were not racist, you know?
Yeah. So you're talking about the area you live in now?
Where I live now? Yeah, it's mostly Hispanic, like South American and Caribbean Hispanics. Lots of Cubans, lots of Dominicans.
Yeah.
Which is half of me. I'm half Dominican.
So, are you really? That's cool.
Yeah. I'm half Dominican, half Peruvian.
Okay, so get this. Extreme Cinema says, I'm going to try LSD for the first time this Saturday. Holy shit. So
that's going to be fun.
Yes, it is. So it's going to, you've done LSD or acid before? I'm assuming that's what LSD is referred to as.
Acid.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah, LSD, right? That's what I always fucking confuse that shit because someone has called mushrooms LSD before, and I'm like, no. That's not how it goes, dude. Mushrooms are psilocybin.
Yeah, it's psilocybin.
Yeah.
Extreme, where are you going to do this LSD? It's really a lot about your environment, right? Like where you go is a different like mood on it.
So the first time I did it was, I can hear myself.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of hear it.
Okay.
All right. So I was going to start with a story about the first time that I did acid. It was at my basement suite. I invited my friend Harris over, and we took it way too late because you just cannot fucking sleep.
Yeah.
When you take that shit. It is impossible. So we took that stuff at like 10 o'clock at nighttime, and I think it was near the end of summer. And it was really weird. We're just like hanging out in the living room, and then all of a sudden shit just started getting fucking crazy. Like you just heard this high-pitched sound. It was like oh my god. And like all my senses started. It was like the volume, or like there's a dial that like controls all your senses, and it was slowly just being tuned right up as the drug was coming on, right? So we started freaking out. All the lights were moving. We turned off the lights. I have like all these lava lamps and all this shit because I love tripping out. So I had a couple of lava lamps on. I had this really cool star lamp that had these perforations in it that put these weird patterns on the wall. And I was just laying on the couch and there was music playing. First of all, fucking music is insane when you're tripping out. So insane.
Yeah, depends on what you listen to as well. But
yeah, mostly like electronica shit.
Yeah, that goes good with
it really does. So we're like laying there, and then everything just starts dancing to the music. All the lights, shit just starts mixing up, and like Harris and I, like maybe an hour or two into our trip, it took an hour or so for it to kick in. We just started fucking laughing so much. And like, I always wonder what it was that made me laugh so much. And it's just like, I remember thinking the whole time, like, oh my God, all this shit's a fucking joke. Like everything is a fucking joke right now. I can't believe this. Like a little bit of chemical alteration does this to my world. Like
Yeah,
I'm so fucking fickle. I can't even believe it. Like you just like that realization of how vulnerable and weak you are as a human being is like, oh, okay.
But it does make you laugh a lot in general, man. I laugh so.
Oh, it does. Yeah, my stomach was hurting.
The last time I did it, I went to a freak show. That wasn't that long ago, actually.
Yeah.
It was like maybe a month ago. I went to a freak show at the Science Center, and it was like at night. And my friend says, "Oh, take some acid." I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know if I want to," you know. And they're like, "Oh, it's just a fourth of a tab." It was the tiniest thing. He's like, "Here's a fourth of a tab." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's not gonna do much." I take it. Forget it. Was like the best acid I've done since high school.
Yeah.
I was up till like the next day and shit. It was a lot of fun.
So you can get them in like tabs or liquid form, right?
Liquid tabs, yeah, pretty much.
But like, it's probably not a good thing
or
to
gel
do
tabs.
liquid.
They have those too. I haven't seen
I've
them in
never
a long
seen
time.
those.
Those. Oh yeah, that was big a long time ago. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Gel tabs.
Yo, we.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit.
It's all the
Oops.
same,
What did I do?
all the same substance, just
Uh-oh.
Mm.
It's basically
Let me see. I'm gonna read more
gel cap.
since you're talking. I'm gonna freak out. I'm not gonna freak out. Well, we got it, but I really. Yeah, that's always a good thing when you have someone to do it with you. That. Yes, I know my camera is on.
Awesome, dude.
That's Sean. Hi. I'm trying to like slowly get used to it because it freaks me out. And
with your Hello Kitty headphones.
Yeah, I have so much Hello Kitty shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh my God, one of these days, because I have laundry right there because I didn't get it put away. So I'll maybe another time. But like I have this shelf and it's like, oh, Hello Kitty.
I always liked Bats Maru.
Bats Maru. Oh, what is that? Is that the penguin?
Yeah, the little mean looking penguin.
Yeah,
I always liked him.
He's cute.
Cool.
I had a friend who really liked Karopi.
Oh yeah, Karopi's cool. Frog. I used to have a
Yeah.
Karopi book bag when I was a kid.
A Karopi book bag?
Yeah, when I was a little kid. I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It was like the big Karopi face.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. You know, like I'm kind of glad I didn't have someone to like guide me through that experience, but he's probably going to do that's probably smarter to have someone with you who can like guide you through your trip. It's like it's like how people go to
Wait, you did it by yourself?
No, God no, I did it with my friend. I was telling you. Oh my God, I was telling you that we went for a walk because in the middle of the trip I was like, Harris, we gotta go get hot chocolate. And he was like, what? And I was like, seriously, we gotta go. Let's go for a walk. It'll be great. Like it's kind of nice outside. Like let's just go. And we go for a walk, and it was super weird because it was about 3 a.m. I think it was like really late. It was dark. It was so quiet because nobody was on the road, and like the drug adds affect to everything. So it's almost as if everything around you is alive.
Yeah.
And seriously, like there were many cars parked near the houses and stuff, and my first thought when we walked out is like I suddenly started tiptoeing and stuff. And he was like, what are you doing? I'm like, shh, you're gonna wake the cars. Don't wake the cars. He was like, what? I'm like, seriously, you can't wake up the cars. It's like they're sleeping animals. It was so effing weird.
No, but I know it's like you're telling it to me, and I know that experience.
Yeah, like exactly it feels like everything has a life. Like you just you anthropomorphize and you give everything feelings, and it's like it's just so
it almost feels like a waking dream.
Yeah, it's
especially towards the end, like when it's starting to fade off, it starts feeling like everything you just experienced was a dream that you just woke up from.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like all hazy and shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I had the hardest time in the world falling asleep. I remember it was about 7 a.m. We had been pretty like we've been going for about 7 hours. We were just like, we tried to smoke. That just made it worse. It's just
Yeah.
yo, like,
Trying to
so what
remember
ended
if
up
I've ever done that.
what ended up happening is another one of our friends who got us the stuff was like, he was like, I'm gonna come over. I want to know how your guys' trip went. He came over at like 7 a.m, knocked on the door. I freaked out because I thought it was a landlord. I was like, oh my God, the music is loud or something. And no, he came in at 7 and they were like, hey, you guys should try and sleep. Or he was like, you guys should try and sleep. You're going to have a hard time. So I went to my bed and I tried to sleep and I just lay there for an hour. And it doesn't matter if you cover your ears with shit. It's your brain that's just so noisy, right?
Yeah.
And like, it was weird too, because I was still at the point where there was a little bit of synesthesia coming, like there was synesthesia happening. So if I heard shit, there was a picture in my brain, you know, where you like hear sound or you see sound and you like hear color and stuff. And all this weird shit happens.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think I've ever had that. I've always had a really tough time catching visuals, no matter how much I take.
Really?
With shrooms a little easier. But with acid, I don't think I really ever caught visuals on acid. Like maybe.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I'm not very susceptible to that. On shrooms, it's much easier, but it's even harder. Like it's harder than like an average person. It's like all my friends will be like, "Oh, it's like the wood is moving," and I'm looking at it like, "What are you talking about?" Like I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy has ever happened to me while I've done that stuff. I'm usually at home or somewhere comfortable because I mean, I don't want to do that shit out. That's terrifying. Like your reality is altered so much that like you can induce a bad trip if you feel any anxiety, right? It's already anxiety inducing. So
I'm not very anxious. So I've never even been close to having a bad trip on like anything.
Really?
I've done a lot of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty chill person. Like, so I don't think it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't think I can have.
Did you have like a pretty good childhood and everything? Like
decent.
pretty normal?
I would say it's pretty average, I guess.
Yeah.
Average for urban living. So
does Amy always talk about drugs? No, there's other things to talk about.
It seems like we can talk about it.
The only reason that we were talking about it is because I'm trying to engage with the chat and see what the chat's talking about a little bit. So if you know what the fucking chat is about, you'd know why we're talking about this shit.
That's what
supply and demand, okay? What?
Good job, Steve. He said that's what Sam Harris said, Alf.
What? What did he say?
What I said before?
What did you say before?
No, I don't know. I'm too stoned.
Oh my God. See, this is what happens to me too. It's like I hear it in the moment, and then as soon as I hear it, it's like okay, we don't need that anymore. On to the next.
Do you want me to tell you about my my DMT experience?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. That's how this all started. We gotta get to that.
Tell me.
All right, so my friend made it. He like ordered all the ingredients and he had to like put it in like jars of acid to like separate it from the plant and shit. And he did that for like 3 weeks. And then I was the first one to do it, which in hindsight is kind of dumb, because he was messing with all these chemicals and didn't even know what he was doing. But so you have to take 3 hits. Like if you only take 2 hits, you just get to the door. Like you won't get past the door. So, but like you take the first hit, you know, I'm like coughing. Take a second hit, I start coughing, and at that point is when you like instinctively just want to lay down and close your eyes. You just start feeling that lightheadedness, and you're like, oh, I need to lay down. But you have to force yourself to take the 3rd hit so you can get past the door. So I'm like, all right, I got to take this 3rd hit. My friend's like, no, come on, take it. So I take it, start coughing, and that was like instant. After that, I was like, boop, lay down, close my eyes. After that, like all the lightheadedness went away, and then took a few seconds, and I was just starting to think like, oh, this isn't gonna work. And then all of a sudden, all these colors started appearing in my view, and they were like, it's hard to explain, but they were like snowflake shaped, but like moving like spree wheels, like rotating.
You're talking about like fractals,
fractals? Kind of like fractal gears, and they were like rotating like gears in front of me, and that kept happening, and more of them would pop up till all the colors filled up all my view. And then that's the door. So now I go through the door, and it was kind of like reality was peeling away. Like I could see my friends sitting around me, like waiting to see what's going to happen. Even though my eyes were closed, I could see like the whole room and everything, but it started getting peeled back. So it was only like in my peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
And ahead of me, the colors had turned into like a long snake, and that was moving forward. But every like scale was all different colors, you know. And I was like, whoa, and kind of got a sense, like it doesn't talk, but I got a sense that it was telling me like, hold on, you know, like I'm gonna take you somewhere. And I was like, okay. So I held on, and then boom, I felt like I left my body. I was floating through like the cosmos, and it turned into like an information tube. Like all the colors spread out, and I was in a big room of all those scales of different colors, but each one was like information. Like I would look at one and I would see like history, like I see Egypt and some guy riding in a camel and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like we watched a bunch of shit beforehand about this, and what they say is to not be in awe of anything and keep following your guide. So I thought that in my mind, and I'm like, there's so much information here. If I stayed here, I'm not going to capture all this. Let's continue with the guide. So I kept going forward. Then that peeled back, and that became another layer of reality. And I was like in space, and this like being started forming in front of me out of like wireframe materials, but the materials would constantly shift, and it would change, like material, go from wood to glass to metal, you know, all these different materials. And in my mind, I realized, oh, my brain can't figure out what this thing is. So it's like scanning through all these materials, trying to find what it is. And the second I thought that, it stopped and stayed like halfway between wood and metal. And it formed like a wireframe person in front of me. And it was just, and I was just staring at it like, whoa, this is crazy. Then we went past the cosmos, and it was just all black with like a blue light behind it. And it started waving its arms towards me, like kind of like when you're in water and you're like, you know, you make waves at somebody, you know what I'm saying? And it was like doing that to me, and I would feel this pressure, and I felt so good that I started I felt like I was a little kid being tickled, like, you know, when you put your arms on your chest and you're like, you know, and that's exactly how I felt every time it passed through me. And I was even thinking to myself, like, oh my God, all my friends are seeing me like laughing here, like a little kid, like, like I'm bugging out about that. And then after that, it was done, and it sent me back, and I came right back down. All the layers came back, and I woke up. And I was looking around like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? All my friends were like, wait, what happened? And I was like, since it's like a dream, because it's the same thing that happens to you when you're dreaming, you kind of forget like what you just experienced. So you have to, like, you know, when you wake up from a dream and you really want to remember it, you like repeat it in your head. Like, that's what I did. I was like, I told them, wait, hold on. And I was just sitting there like repeating it in my head so I can express it.
And how long was it? Like 10 minutes, right?
I felt like it was hours. Like all that to me felt like it was happening forever, you know. Then I woke up and I was like, well, how long was that? And I only did it for like 2.5 minutes, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I can't even fucking imagine doing that stuff. Like,
it's crazy.
I haven't tried that yet, and I'm not afraid to or anything. I just haven't.
It's hard to get. It's really
not for me.
No,
it's expensive, but it's not hard to get. One of my best friends.
I want to do it again, but I can't find any more. I wish I was by you.
You have to go to the dark web.
Oh no! Now they're listening to us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, just give me 1 second, because I need to. I have allergies right now, and I need to spray my nose with nasal spray, or I'm gonna start sounding nasally. So just stand by. 1 moment, please.
No problem. What's up, chat? I request Nightbot. What is Nightbot? Oh yeah, about the bad trip, Steve. How did he have a bad trip? Has he ever explained that? The saying like they were talking. One of the guys in the chat asked, because remember I was saying that I've never had a bad trip. I don't feel like I can have one. You've had one?
Oh, I can help.
Oh, you can help. You can help me have a bad trip, you fucker.
I'm back.
I was asking them if the thing that Sam
God.
Harris said that I said was that he'd never have a bad trip, and he's saying that eventually he did.
Oh yeah, right. It was on LSD too, wasn't it?
funny because my bad trips were at the very beginning and at the very end of my acid.
Yeah, my friend Gil saying he's had a bad trip. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get how you can. I just feel so happy
Here's
when
why.
I'm on those things.
A lot of people with psychological issues, if you have like people with really bad childhoods, people with PTSD, like unless it's administered carefully in those cases, it could really fuck you up.
Okay, but like people without those mental problems.
Pardon?
Well, I guess it depends on your state of mind, right? Like, well, I mean, you're saying like people that have like PTSD and stuff, but I mean, like for normal people in general, I would think that it probably depends on your state of mind.
Yes, exactly. It definitely depends. Okay, if we're just talking normal people, yeah, it definitely depends on your state of mind. Because if you're going into it nervous, or if you have any if you have like deep apprehension about it, then you can really have a bad trip. You can cause a bad trip.
It's the thing about trying to control it as well. Like some things are just out of your control when you're on those things. And it's like people try to like control that, you know what I'm saying? And that can lead to a bad trip.
Yeah, Harris said that a bad trip was like going to the mountain of shame and staying there for 1,000 years. Can you imagine that feeling? Fuck that, man.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
That is awful.
If you're Muslim, never take DMT.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say about DMT because it's just like a near-death experience, except that you're not dying. So so it's not bad. But you know how I was saying that my brain was trying to figure out what this thing was? That's because, you know, as an atheist, I have no belief of what happens after death. So I couldn't figure it out. But my thought is with people with near-death experiences that they see like angels or God or hell because that's what they view that as, you know what I'm saying? That's what their brain will interpret it as.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are stories that have also existed within humanity for so long. So it's not that weird that your brain would just go there.
Well, it's in my heritage because, you know, I'm Peruvian and my mom is actually an Incan and they're the ones that drink ayahuasca. That's like the DMT. Yeah, and they were drinking that in the Amazon for like ever.
Yeah, I would like to try that and go to Peru, actually.
Yeah. That ayahuasca.
Take a hike on Machu Picchu. Yeah, it makes you do other things too.
You gotta chew on coke leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you go up on the mountain. Or you can make it into a tea and drink that.
Oh, really? Why? What do you mean you have to?
Punch a llama or something.
Hey, Calcine, what's up, pal? Yeah, it's really cool to have like people here from our chats. All the cool people.
All the cool people. Call
I love him. He's fucking hilarious, man. That guy makes me laugh a lot. Everybody in the chat's pretty fucking funny. It's cool when you don't care about like offending anybody or whatever. You can just say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, and you have control anyway, so you can kick them out.
Good night, John. Have a good sleep. Like you said, later, Alf.
See you, John.
Later, Alf.
He's cool. I like introducing him a lot.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. I actually watched some of his videos today, and I was very fucking impressed.
Yeah, I subbed yesterday, and I was watching them, and I was like, "Whoa, these are really cool."
Yeah. Hey, Jay. I was all up in my feels today, man. It was crazy. Like the one that he did was the new lineup. It was a video called the new and improved lineup or something like that, and I was just like, oh my god! I posted that shit on my Instagram. I'm like, this might be one of my new favorite videos. And then he did another one about thank you, Calcine. Thank you for saying hi. I watched another one that had like 7 movies or something in it.
7 movies?
I don't know. It was called this something 7. Maybe it wasn't 7 movies. It was, but the title had the word 7 in it. I can't quite remember right now.
So now what do we talk about?
I don't know, man. I was going to talk about something and I totally forgot.
Spaced out.
Yeah, I did.
I have a story for you.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I went to Peru when I was 14.
Yeah.
Maybe 13. And at the time they had a Japanese president. His name was Fujimori. And there was a lot of terrorism going on because people were like rebelling and stuff. So my cousin picks us up at the airport. It's the first time in my memory that I've been in Peru because I've been there when I was a baby. I don't remember. So he picks us up. We're driving through the highway. He's in the middle of telling us about all this terrorism going on, and a building in the background like blows up, like, and I was like, "Oh fuck, where did I go?
Yeah,
like, why am I here?" And while I was there, they kidnapped a bunch of Japanese like emissaries
Are you serious?
Yeah, they came to Peru to like retalk, like, because Peru and Japan have this huge like import trade for a long time. So they went there to like discuss that and make new deals, and a bunch of the rebels like kidnapped them and held them in a building for like 8 days or something like that.
Oh my god, dude, we're alive in the best fucking time.
Yeah.
And we really do not appreciate like how lucky we are. Like, you know what? I went camping last weekend and I came home and I was just like, holy shit. I can't wait to shower. I can't wait to use an actual toilet. I can't wait to sleep in my bed. Like, not having something for a couple of days or for a little while really makes you appreciate having it.
Hell yeah.
And we just get used to so many luxuries, you know, like technology. Like, do you remember ever having to like stop and ask someone for directions?
No. Not in a long time. All my dog's barking.
What kind of dog do you got?
It's a German Shepherd and Dutch Shepherd mixed.
Is it big?
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's like 100 pounds.
What's your dog's name?
Star.
Star. That's cute. My friend just got a dog, and it's a Doberman, I believe, mostly.
Oh, Dobermans are cool.
Yeah, and we were trying to name it, and like we've been throwing names around the last few days, and he's such a gentle dog, and he's so nice, and he's kind of silly and shit. So we were like FaceTiming yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, he looks like a Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah, and I think we're sticking with the name.
It's a boy? I guess so, right?
It's a boy, yes.
Charlie
it is a boy. Yeah, Charlie's kind of a hot girl's name.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, Gil's daughter's name is Charlie.
Gil. Oh, your friend.
Yeah, my friend Gil.
Your friend who was there. Yeah. That's cute. That is a cute name.
It's Charlotte, but they call it Charlie.
Oh, okay. That's so cute. Charli. Yeah, I spell my name really weird.
Yeah. Is that how it's actually spelled, or did you
Yes.
just start? Okay.
No, it's how it's actually spelled, because AMY looks gay.
Have you ever been to India or Fiji?
I've been to India. I've never been to Fiji. I would like to go to Fiji sometime in the future. Hopefully I can. But yeah, when I went to India, it was totally different than it is now. It's far more developed now.
Yeah, I've seen that. They've changed a lot.
Yeah, they have like a full-fledged space program now too, don't they?
Well, I think so. I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was looking at you know what's really fucking funny? Elon Musk is really funny. I didn't realize he was funny. I saw a couple of tweets that he had posted on his Instagram, and someone texted or tweeted at Tesla Motors, Tesla Motors tweeted, "Send us questions today for Elon to answer at our shareholders meeting tomorrow." And then Roland Skyhill, I'm assuming, well, someone said boxers or briefs, and then Musk responds, "Wearing anything at all is just a conspiracy by the capitalists running dogs of big underwear."
Holy shit.
It was so funny. And then he did another one. Yeah, and then he did another one. And someone tweeted, "Elon Musk, please respond. People need to know how big the Falcon 9 is." And then he responds, "Or is it more about the way you use it?" I was like, wow, Elon Musk with the zingers.
Yeah, right. He probably has like a guy that runs it for him, and that guy's funny.
I hope not. Can we just pretend that that's him? Because that would be fucking awesome. He's like our Tony Stark.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised if that guy comes out in like an Iron Man outfit one day.
If Elon Musk makes an Iron Man suit, I will fucking cream my pants.
Oh my god, that'd be dope. And you know what? He's so like, he's such a sweet man that I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm down. Maybe he can go fight the terrorists for us. Because nobody else will. Nobody else seems to want to take care of the terrorist problem. Yeah, everybody just seems to want to ignore it. So
he's just gonna put bubbles over them.
Yeah.
Plastic bubbles. Like, blow yourself up in your own little bubble.
Right? Oh my god, I say just round them up, throw them in an area, and dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god. You're homicidal.
I'm crazy. And like, I know there is a moral dilemma there. I just say that recklessly. I don't actually mean it. You know what I mean? But you have to be careful because someone's going to call me a neo-Nazi.
You're gonna go to jail in Canada talking like that.
I know. I probably will. I probably fucking will. And it sucks.
I'm glad we still have our freedom of speech for now.
I mean,
At least for now.
But how can you even police anybody's speech? Like, I don't even think if
that's so weird.
cops hear you say shit, they're gonna fucking care. It's gotta be like someone is gonna go to some court or something, like a whiny little bitch, and be like, "Wah! Someone called me a name, wah!" Like, after today, I'm absolutely convinced and truly believe that the wambulance needs to be a real thing. Like, for people that just fucking bitch and whine about absolutely nothing, like a giant van bus that's like blue and embarrassing, so that you see them get in it and the windows are super clear and you can just see their fucking faces while they're being hauled away to some place where they need to get not sensitivity training but resilience training to not be such little bitches.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
It's so gross. Like, why are kids being coddled and shit? All the people who are assholes, like these terrorists, oh my god, we can't offend. It's like, it fucking drives me mental. This is where I get the shit out now. Like, I bitch on Hangouts because you know what? Fuck that shit. It needs to come out. In my regular life, it doesn't like bother me so much, but it's just like, what the fuck? What is happening? Like, there are dead bodies and people are defending these people and saying
weird.
It's so
even the point,
weird.
Even worse than like defending them, it's also like they are focusing on that. It's like people just died. Who cares about
focusing on
like,
feelings,
damage control and shit?
We're focusing on feelings of people who are not the problem and who should not be a problem, who are making themselves a problem because everybody wants to be a fucking victim now.
Yeah, when the Manchester thing happened, I like looked on it, I heard about it, so I looked on YouTube, and it was like a CNN report on it, so I clicked on that, and they're like describing what happened, and then the anchor goes to another guy working there, and the guy says, "Oh, you know, we all hope it's not terrorism," and I'm thinking like, what difference does it make if it's terrorism or not? The same amount of people died. Like, why would you hope it's not terrorism? Like, it doesn't matter.
Because you know what?
Regardless.
I swear to God, these people have to know the truth of the situation. Like, fuck that shit. Why? Moderate Muslims, in this sense, the ones who actually get on TV the day after an event like this and bitch about how, oh my God, like, you shouldn't be talking shit. They're the fucking problem. They're adding to the problem. They should be helping the problem, but no, they're fucking adding to the problem. So the problem becomes much bigger than it fucking needs to be. When you have, even if it's 20% of Muslims who are jihadis and who will actually engage in these like suicide bombings and shit, there's a large percentage of people who are protecting them and shielding them from the criticism that is required to like weed that shit out and slowly, you know, roll it the fuck out of humanity. But no, they're barbaric. Like Angela Merkel said, they're barbaric. You know, it's okay. Our girls just have to dress a little bit more, just a little bit better. And we just have to be aware that, you know, that they're sensitive and they're not very developed. No, fuck that shit. We are developed. Why are we coddling these people?
Yeah, Merkel is fucking dumb.
Yo, that shit's crazy. I can't even believe that.
So is Trudeau, though.
Yeah, you know what? This sounds very sexist coming, like, for me to say, but, like, I really don't think the idea of a female leader really creeps me out. And it's the reason it freaks me out is because we are empathetic first. And I think that a lot of our empathy is misplaced greatly. And that causes a huge fucking problem on the world stage when you have to make decisions sans empathy, separated from that. You have to be able to make cold cut decisions that are better for the greater, that is, you know, conducive to the greater good, as opposed to like adding to the problem because you feel bad for people. Like, we need to encourage people to fucking pull up their bootstraps and get shit done, not fucking, oh, it's okay, take your fucking time, like humanity can wait for you. No, we fucking can't. You know, when the Crusades happened and when Christianity was really fucked up, a long ass motherfucking time ago.
That was like before America was discovered. Like,
yeah, we have progressed so much past these people, and it's just like there's a huge gap that's growing in between where these people are and where we want to be. Like, technology is progressing at a rate that is so insane, and like all of us in the Western civilization, we're trying to keep up with that. We're not even keeping up with the progression of fucking technology now.
We should like publicly we should be way more advanced than we are now.
Yeah, but we're not,
No,
and we
we're not.
still have this sect of humanity that's like so just needs to cling to their fucking beliefs because they, like, oh my god, it is so fucking weak, dude. Weak sauce.
I don't get in general why people move to other countries without the idea of assimilation, you know?
I don't know either. It's a
Like
very good question. It's pretty
my parents
selfish.
both came here from their countries and they learned
Yeah,
English, they got their citizenships, you know, like right
yeah,
away. So I don't get why people would come here without the idea that, you know, need
yeah.
to adapt to that culture. I wouldn't go
But
to
again,
Japan and then act like I do here, you know, like they have different rules and shit.
yeah, but the thing is, if we are like, we have a responsibility if we're bringing people in from other cultures that have other values, like it's on us to make it clear that assimilation is necessary.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because you can't just come into a country and hold beliefs that are antithetical to the values of the country that you're coming into, because that you're seeing the result of that now. You're seeing a civilizational clash because there are, like, our values are so fucking different. And they're still about throwing gays off rooftops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got people like coming here who have grown up their entire lives being told that rape is okay, you know, that they can rape whoever they want. And then the woman is the one that goes to jail and shit. So how do you think they're going to act here, you know?
Exactly.
That's been bred into them their entire lives, you know? It's hard to change that.
I don't like to sensationalize the whole rape situation in Germany and in Sweden, but like it is such a huge cause for concern.
That shit's crazy. Like when I first heard
really
that,
crazy.
Play like a game where they surround women and shit, I'm like, whoa, that is some fucked up shit.
They almost canceled a music festival because of this shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And like, yo, they're raping little boys in pools and stuff. And I don't understand, why would you want to stop the public from knowing about that? There's something really fucking twisted about that to me.
That's a good point. There's something really weird about that, right?
It's not right. And I mean, everybody
in Germany too, with the New Year's thing, they were like, the cops are trying to cover it up and shit. Like, that's so weird.
I really don't understand why they're doing that. And especially when we're at a time where everybody has a cell phone, everybody's got a fucking camera on them at all times. If you guys aren't going to report the news, guess what? People are going to start sharing shit on the internet. And that's what's happening now. And like, that's why the news is losing, like, its gravitas is just shrinking because it can't attract any more people because it's just constant shit you're getting on the news.
There's no reason to trust them. Like I can't trust any news channel. If I watch them, it's just to hear the general of what happened, and then I'll look deeper for like the truth, you know, like.
Yeah. No. So so Steve Banella said in Germany there are on average about 10 stabbings a day. 10 stabbings a day. I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
Well, in a whole country, that's not too bad.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Is Germany pretty big? They did let like 1 million migrants in the last couple
of years. There's probably 10 stabbings in Canada a day.
Yeah, you're probably right.
In the US, it's probably in the thousands.
Yeah, I needed you to check me there because I freaked out.
I believed it for a second, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, 10 stabbings a day is not that many.
It's not that many, but I'm still on the line of thinking that it is too many. Like, one is too many. Why are people fucking stabbing each other, man? What the fuck's going on? People are losing their minds.
Yeah, he brought up a good point. He said it never used to be 10 per day there. So
yeah,
it's regional, like we were saying earlier.
It's increasing a lot. Like a lot of the crimes in Sweden and a lot of the crimes in Germany, they have increased so rapidly, and they're not even being reported accurately. And oh my god, like it's very difficult to.
Sweden's like turned into the rape capital of Europe when it used to be the safest place in Europe. Like it just went from the safest place to the rape capital. That's insane.
Yeah. Yep. It's really fucked up, and I just don't.
And it's starting in Europe, and then it's going to come here, you know, like.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're totally like, hey, don't worry, we'll pay for your fucking flight. Come on over.
I just read today that I think it was the United Nations was saying that the U.S. better accept refugees or else. It might have been sensationalized, you know, who knows with these articles these days. But
yeah, I really don't.
The UN is trying to force us to take refugees. Like, fuck that.
Oh, what did Devin say? Like, I think I saw it in a Root video. Like, Hungary was like, yeah, fuck you. Get the fuck out. Hungary is for Hungarians.
Oh yeah, they were like kicking people out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just barge into countries and shit. Like
Japan doesn't have that problem. They're very isolationist. Like they
yeah,
don't
but the
have
thing
any
is,
problem.
like, if you there's a paper that I read. It was called E Pluribus Unum, and the scientist who wrote that paper was initially setting out to prove the hypothesis or falsify the hypothesis that diversity is a good thing, right?
Mhm.
And he ended up doing exactly that, and that's not what he expected to find. He expected diversity to be a good thing. And what happens is when you're changing the homogeneity of an area of people so quickly, it actually causes disruption within those two different groups, and it causes more in-group, out-group hostility than initially, than there would be naturally. You know what I mean? So it's obviously, we have to accept that it's not a good thing. I mean, even if you look out into the world, you generally see that certain groups of people group together just naturally. It's not like people plan it out. Hey, white guy, are you going to move over there? I'm white. Let's all move there.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it works. Like, people just generally gravitate with groups or tend to stick around people who are similar to them.
Minded.
Right. And it's a safety thing, right?
We don't really have problems with many other kind of people. It's really like just a cultural thing.
It really is. With this situation, it is. But
like,
dude, why do you have like homegrown terrorists? Why are there people who are growing up in London who have never even been to Syria or anything?
But their parents are from there. So
right. Okay. So
it's a cultural thing, you know. At home, they're being taught something different than they're being taught outside.
But that's weird. You would think that if you're taught something in the home and taught something outside of the home, that you would like reconcile those two or like analyze. But I mean, do we just automatically compartmentalize like that? Where
with some people, I think some people will go either way. Like for me, for instance, I always grew up being kind of rebellious. So like the things my parents taught me, I would always look to find a different way, you know. So some people are just like that. Some people aren't. Some, like, I know people who just stuck to like the things their parents taught them, you know.
Yeah, and it like CO6 KILL4R. Humans are tribal for a reason. Yes, we are, and it's also it has to do with like even way back in the day. You know, we were living in tribes of like 100 to 150 people, and they were very tight knit communities, and like everything. All the resistance that we're seeing, like the negative byproducts of how we're trying to push certain things, we're seeing those things because it works against the grain of nature, right? Like naturally, because we were not as populated, we like, I don't even know how to really explain it. I'm talking out my ass a little bit. So like we grouped up, and obviously there was like war between the tribes and stuff. But still, we had our own little groups, and it got too big, and like we started everybody.
Yeah,
this whole like
to different groups.
We have a lot of weird delusional things that we're told to believe, like all men are born or created equal, and blah blah blah. And it's just, I think it's just so detrimental. People don't even believe in how reality works. I mean, it's obviously pretty clear we're not born equal.
Yeah, we're not.
And we have to accept shit like that so that we can actually have the attitude to get through our fucking lives no matter where we are.
Like with tribalism and stuff like that, that's old though. Like with evolution and adaptation, like eventually there's gonna be no more tribalism. Eventually we're gonna be like one world, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that.
And we're all gonna breed into the point where we're all just gonna be a one-colored gray being.
I mean, yeah, maybe if we even last that long, or if we make it off the planet, right? Maybe. But like the thing is,
we're just at a point where there's a big influx, you know what I'm saying? Like we're at a point where we're in between, where there's still tribalism, but we're trying not to be tribal anymore. So it's like,
I don't know if that's ever going to go away, because genes, like to the very core of our being, genes are competitive. The reason human beings are competitive, the reason that these things are playing out, is they're all expressions of how genes work. Genes are competitive. Genes compete with each other to get into the future. You know what I mean? And those genes are expressed as phenotypic characteristics, which are what determine what two people are going to be mating and what genes are going to be heading into the future. Like from a very micro level, there is competition. I don't think that's ever going to leave because,
but
again, at the
that
core,
competition, there's going to be like, the winners. So there's like with evolution, you know what I'm saying? There's natural selection. So the ones that aren't suitable to the environment are going to be wiped out, and eventually the better genes will survive in the end, and that will be like a shared gene.
But the thing is, because it's always improving, there will always be competition between better and not good. So it's like an infinite process.
And eventually we're going to venture out into space. So we'll have like two different groups of humans, space humans and Earth humans.
It's going to be weird. I actually am, I'm not sure if I buy the idea that our genes can adapt in space. Because space actually disintegrates us.
Yeah, not in space, but we can adapt on like other atmospheres, or we can create our own atmospheres. If we terraform Mars and live on there, then we would adapt to whatever the terraformation is, which would probably be just like Earth. So probably no.
Yeah, so no real adaptation to any different environment, because like you said, we would just be creating an environment based on the environment that we already live in. So
the only way that can happen if we go to planets that are like just survivable but slightly different from Earth, and then that would cause a small adaptation to that planet, but then you would have to do that again and again with different planets until eventually there's a totally different human being.
Yeah. So I'm just reading the chat, and I'm like tempted to ask this guy to come join our chat. Dude, you should come talk to us.
CO6?
Yeah, we'll be robots long before the races merge.
Possibly.
What are you doing, brah? Come talk to us. Let's talk about fucking AI. Because I have been watching some AI shit, and let me tell you, dude, I feel like we are not as afraid as we should be of that shit, because we do not have the brain figured out nearly as extensively as we need to be able to integrate the two. So I mean, I don't see that happening so complicated
very soon. I mean, I do see it happening eventually, but I don't see it very soon. We might be able to code a person into a computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Like instead of actually using a brain, we might be able to code their electrical impulses and stuff.
Yeah, but would you think that was them? Would you say that was them?
Huh?
Would you say that was that person though? It's not.
No, that's a simulation.
Okay.
I would, at least that's how I would phrase it, right? Seems like that would be a simulation of a person.
Yeah. Yo, that's so creepy to me.
That is creepy. Imagine there's a simulation of you.
Or like people talk really excitedly about, oh my God, I can't wait till my brain is like connected to a computer.
Yeah. You don't have no idea what that's going to be like.
And I'm like, I'm over here like, yeah, you fucking do that. I ain't doing that.
We're going to create our own hell.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I feel like we're creative and we're destructive at the same time. There's this duality to reality that you cannot escape. You can't have one thing without the other thing. You know what I mean? If you don't have the opposite, everything becomes meaningless.
There's a balance. Like you got to have both.
I mean, I like to think there is. I'm assuming that's
I feel the universe has like a balance.
Well, it has to have some sort, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously there's things.
Yeah, for things to come together. That's true.
Yeah. So how are you doing now? You're at 10:46 p.m.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. I just thought I'd check, I want to make sure. I can talk quite a bit.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't mind. I like it.
Taoism. What about Taoism? What's about it?
Oh, somebody's getting litty.
Yeah.
Smoke up.
I don't know more for Draco's real name. I need to start asking people their real names because I'm like, oh my God, hey, Calcine, hey.
I don't know.
For Draco.
Everybody I recognize from the dev streams.
Oh, hey, Morgan.
Oh, Morgan.
Hello, Morgan.
What's up, Morgan?
This is a different person than Morgan Green, though. Oh, it's the same as Morgan Green. Yay. Cool as shit, man. Cool as shit. I was laughing at me yesterday for my 15s barbells working out.
15s.
Fuck you, dude. I'm small, okay? That's a lot of weight for me.
I don't even work out, so you got me beat.
Hey, Brian Tapper.
Brian
Oh,
Tapper.
cool. I'm gonna have to remember these names, and I'm really shit with names. You know what? I got a notepad right here. You guys are so special that I'm gonna write your fucking usernames down, and I'm gonna write down your names so that tomorrow, if there's a stream, you bitches better understand. I'm going to be like, hey, Brian. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Chris.
I like Morgan. I have 3 accounts because Devin ban fingers me.
Oh my God. Why did he ban you, Morgan? Why?
Probably because he says stupid shit all the time.
Does he? Like, I find him quite funny. Oh, from Devin?
Yeah.
That's funny. So let me write this in. MOR4. Dude, I'm such a dork, dude. Oh my God. The wine's hitting. Ooh.
You drunkard.
I know, man. I don't often drink. But when I do, I like a nice, when I do. Fucking reminds me of that goddamn commercial. Yeah. So annoying. Everybody does it. I don't open my door, but when I do, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
They always take shit too far. Like when they first started doing those commercials, I thought they were funny, but then by the second one, it was just okay. And then
they just beat that shit to death. You know what I mean? It's like when Russell Peters did the whole like accent thing. Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't do it in your special, dude. Like he needs to fucking. Russell Peters is a brown comedian who does like. Yeah, the reason I say that is because he's like pretty prominent and he doesn't. He's.
Funny thing is, when you said brown comedian, his face popped in my head, and so
okay.
It was an apt description because he's actually brown.
He is, and he does like a Chinese accent, and he'll also do,
he's
like
kind of
an Indian accent. Yeah, he's kind of goofy, but then he started not doing it a little bit less because apparently his dad had died and whatever. That's what I heard anyway. And like people are getting pissed off at him because he's not doing the same jokes, and it's like, what the fuck, guys? Some people just want to hear the same shit over and over. I mean, I do it too. I'm like, every time Devin's like, oh, Devin! I'm like, oh my God, I fucking love that fucking nerd voice.
That shit cracks me up.
So funny. Yeah, it's still funny. He's been doing it for so long, and it's still fucking hilarious.
And that little nerd guy face pops up. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, the guy with the braces.
I asked him on one of the live streams, like, when's Skull Punisher coming back? He was like, oh, it's coming soon. And then like the next day he did a video.
That's so funny. I think it's so fun watching them play Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
that was so fucking funny.
That was a lot of fun.
The most fun thing about those is when people start shit talking. It is so hilarious. Like I remember I've been to friends' houses and they've been playing, and like 13-year-old boys be like, you fucking faggot.
Oh man.
Come get me, bitch. Man, your fucking mom. I'm gonna fuck your mom. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
I gotta tell her this. Well, you know, my friend Gil got called a nigger one time by a little kid. He was like,
nobody cares.
He was like, fuck you, you nigger. He was like, what the fuck? He was
like, my gosh.
Call me a nigger? Like, what the fuck?
I can't even.
He's like Cuban, but he looks super white. Like nobody knows he's Cuban. They always think he's a white guy.
Steve Vanilla. Steve Vanilla, is that your real name? Steve Vanilla got balls. He got his real name on there. He anonymous.
Steve
Anonymous.
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 Like Muslims.
Muslims. That's so funny.
Laugh when Reza Aslan says Muslim.
Facile. Facile. I fucking hate that guy. He's so greasy.
I don't know why, but all these people seem like characters in a show to me. Like they don't seem real. They seem so cartoonish to me.
Because they're so overdone. Like
like they have like like they're a character. It just doesn't seem like they're.
Yeah, that shit bothers me. I don't like fake. I feel like I'm many things. You can call me many names. Whatever you want, you can fucking call me that. But one thing you can't call me is fucking fake.
That's a big thing here. Like we're all like in this area, like Northeast in general, Northeast US is very real. Like we're all raised to be that way as part of a culture. Like when I moved to Miami, I would say stuff like jokingly and people would think I didn't like them and shit. Like we all bust each other's balls here. Like I guess they don't do that in Florida. Like
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. But people just don't seem to have a sense of humor. Also, Chris, I would totally believe it if Reza was a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. Fuck that guy, man.
Yeah, he's a super apologist. I mean,
it's so gross. And do you know he's a bullshit artist because none of his degrees are fucking real?
Yeah, I saw a video on that the other day where somebody went through. Oh, it might have been one of Devin's videos, right? I don't remember where I saw
it. Like a camera appearance again.
Somebody
What's up, everybody?
Somebody broke down all his degrees and stuff, and like the things on his website is bullshit. Like the stuff he's saying.
Yeah.
He's a
I
major
think you
in
can
or whatever.
actually look on the university's website, and they didn't have everything.
Yeah, it's like I forgot what it was. It was like social sciences or something, but he's saying he has a degree in religious theory or something like that. Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
Yeah, he's
I have a biblical PhD.
I love hearing Joe Rogan talk about his DMT experiences.
Yeah, his are pretty crazy. You know what's really weird that you talked about? You talked about a snake, right? And like, I'm reading Jordan Peterson's book right now, Maps of Meaning, and he's talking about why, like, there are many prevalent symbols throughout our mythology, and it represents different parts of our psyche. And you know how in I think it's Genesis, right? The snake offers Eve a fruit, the fruit of knowledge. And what's crazy is that in your trip, the snake was the tube of knowledge for you, and that often shows up like across psychedelic experiences in that same way.
Wow, you just totally blew my mind.
Yeah, dude, like that. But that's what
that's what
Rogan was talking about too.
That's weird. And I grew up Catholic. I didn't even think of that.
This book is tripping me out because like he talks about all the similarities in all the myths cross-cultural. Cheers, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, he talks about all the similarities across cultures in terms of myth, and he breaks down that like each character or each big character in a story actually represents a part of your psyche, and your psyche is always warring for dominance, like parts of your psyche. And that's how he talks about gods, and it's really crazy. I have a hard time with it.
The crazy thing with that is like DMT totally strips you of your ego.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you said, like you're going into your consciousness, but minus ego. So you get to see what you really are, you know?
Yeah. You know what's really funny is I talk with my hands a lot. So you know what's really funny is I was watching that stream yesterday, and Anita Sarkeesian was talking, and she was moving her hands in like really weird ways, and I was noticing that, and now I'm fucking doing it. I'm really animated when I talk, right? So, I know. Hey,
that's how we do it. I'm not.
I just can't help. I can't help it. I'm like.
Although there is that monkey man in India. You ever seen that guy?
Hanuman?
Monkey man in India. He's like this Indian guy that can climb anything.
Yeah.
He's got like super strong fingers. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm awkward as hell. I don't feel awkward. I think I'm just crazy, dude. Like
I'm just crazy.
I'm just crazy, man. Like you'll see.
I think you're just bickered up.
And I am kind of awkward on camera because it is kind of strange, you know, like
it is weird. Especially when you know people are watching at the time. Like I'm on camera when I do my movie reviews, but it's like nobody's watching me at the time.
I misread him. He said she's fucking awkward as hell.
Oh,
Anita, oh man, what book are you talking about, Morgan? What book? What book was I talking about? Was I talking about a book?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. See what my brain does? My short-term memory is fucking awful, Alfie. Like so bad. Maps of Meaning is great. Actually, I should go bring it. Let me show you how big it is. Hold on.
The name of the book is Maps of Meaning.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm back.
I should read some nonfiction. I
love reading. You should see my shelf. It's like all nonfiction. So what I have to do when I read is I have to tab the fuck out of shit, right? Because it's really heavy, and he uses quite a large, like he's a fucking clinical psychologist, right? He's not gonna write it from like a 9th grade level. So I have to I tag shit. I highlight the shit out of this thing. It's a really fun.
I could probably do it. I don't know. I say that, but I've read some long ass books.
Dude, I love reading. I fell out of it for a while. I used to read a lot when I was younger, and then there were a number of years where I fell off of it, and I got so rusty. Like When you
Oh,
start reading again after you haven't read for a while, unless you're reading on the internet or whatever all the time, but you're not really challenging yourself, right? Like when I read shit like this, I have to look up shit in the dictionary. It's work for me and it's tiring. But I feel like you have to give your brain that training, otherwise you're gonna lose it. And I'm so scared to sound stupid.
Yeah.
Because
do like puzzle stuff.
Yeah, like you just want to keep your cognitive faculties sharp, because as you get older, that shit degenerates anyways, right? So
yeah,
I mean, that freaks me out.
I've been reading since I was 6. I started reading.
Wow, dude.
And I'm a reading monster. I just fucking put books away.
Yeah.
Crazy. But mostly fiction. I think the only nonfiction book I read was by the singer of Bad Religion, because he's a biologist at UCLA and Cornell. And he talks, it's a really interesting book. He talks about like he started being a biologist in the 80s, and he talks about going to Bolivia, and at the time they had like this big civil war, and he's in the middle of the Amazon, and all of a sudden all these people pop up with like AK-47s like yelling at him in Spanish, and he don't know Spanish. He's like, oh fuck. It's a crazy story. They eventually got out of that.
Holy crap, man. Do you find, you said you mostly read nonfiction or fiction? Fiction, you said, right?
Fiction. Yeah. I like horror. Like I read a lot of horror, sci-fi.
Yeah, like I've been recommended to read nonfiction. Like friends of mine are like, you should take a break from the heavy shit, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like,
I mean, if that's what you're into, do it.
It's not even just that. It's just like, I find reality so fascinating, man. Reality is stranger than fiction. For
like,
real.
How you're into the arts. Like I'm into creativity. Like anything people create, I want to absorb, you know?
Yeah. And I really love
like if somebody can astonish me with their creativity, I'm like, whoa, you know?
Yeah, or their thoughts. Like to me, writers are really creative, and sometimes it could be like Sam Harris is probably my favorite writer because he writes very concisely and very clear, and he's so to the point. He says the most things with the least amount of words, but it's just like he's so fucking good at it. Like you just know. You read a book of his and you know he's been doing it for a really long time.
I write too, and I try to do stuff with less words, and it's like I never end up doing anything with what I write because I always go over it and like fix it, and then I know I'm gonna go over it again and fix it, and I never actually do anything with it. So I should know.
Thanks, Chris. I'm paying attention to the chat too. It's kind of cool, like talking to everybody and have you here. Cool. If anybody wants to come join, maybe we should say, hey, come talk to us or whatever. We're cool.
They're a bunch of scaredy cats.
I know. Why are you guys scared? You should just come hang out. Sam Harris is my man crush too, Morgan.
Man crush.
Sam Harris has been my man crush for so long.
Sam Harris is cool. I like watching him talk.
I think I've probably spent like a disgusting amount of time just listening to him. Like I'll clean my house and I'll just throw Sam Harris on. Oh, school. That sucks. I have work tomorrow too, Chris, so I feel you. But you'll see me on a stream if I'm there, if there is one.
You should just ditch school and stay up.
Yeah, right. No, he has to be responsible.
Fuck
Don't
responsibility.
Don't be a bad influence, Alfie. Don't be a bad influence.
Get a 6-pack of beer.
We have to like encourage people to go to school and do that stuff, okay? We need more people.
Yeah.
We need more people, more educated people who are not crazy to go become things so that they can change the world, or at least like change direction of what's happening.
Yeah, I think that'll change. It seems to be like a wave of social trends.
Yeah,
you know, like I said, in the 90s that was happening, and then it went away for a decade, and now it's back. And then that'll probably go away for the 2010s, you know, and then come back in the 2020s.
Whatever, as long as Trump doesn't come back in 2020.
Yeah, nobody. Man, can you imagine he gets a second run? That'd be nuts.
It
depends on who they put against them. Really,
dude, I'm gonna get a fucking heart attack.
If they bring Hillary back, I'm gonna cry. Like no.
Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, what's the point? I should just jump off a bridge. Like, first of all, Morgan, we're like, you are a scrub compared to Sam Harris, okay? Like, let's be real here. Most of us are scrubs compared to Sam Harris. That's just the truth.
Well, he's quite educated. I'm sure nobody
Incredibly.
in the chat or in either one of us are as educated as he is.
No, and like the thing is, he's somebody who thinks about thinking, which is why he has such a good handle on it. Like, if you ever notice in like interviews or debates or anything that he does, he's very measured and calm. He doesn't typically get a rise out of any, or nobody gets a rise out of him. Like, people say a lot of stupid shit, and he just like,
I've never seen him get out of like character. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always just the same kind of emotion. Like,
yeah,
even
he
when
has
people, even like you
genuine.
said, when people are really dumb and saying like dumb things, he even still is very calm and tries to explain it.
Yeah, seriously, Chris, that's
I
so
feel
true, man. These men who are dying away, Alfie, like
Mhm.
Dawkins is gonna die soon.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm getting scared. Like Kitchen
like-
Side, and it was like,
Oh yeah.
oh
That was
man, that's one less person to
yeah,
like.
they're all gonna go. They're old. Richard Dawkins is pretty damn old.
Dawkins had a stroke too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
imagine he has too much longer to go.
Yeah, that was a rough day, man. I remember. I remember the day that Richard Dawkins had a stroke. He actually posted but he posted this thing on SoundCloud after his stroke, talking about what had happened in his current state. And my friend and I listened to it. Pardon me, I burped. My friend and I listened to that, and we just got so emo. I was like crying. I was like, oh my God, like I care about the world. Like we need these people. I can't do this shit. I don't have the smarts, you know?
At least Sam Harris is relatively young.
Sam Harris, yeah, I think he's like Rogan's age, right? He's like about 50, 40. He's like 40 something.
So good.
I side fab to Sam Harris. You better be side
How
fabbing
old
to
is
Sam
Devin?
Harris.
Do you know?
I think he's in his like early 40s.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's that much older than me. Like I would imagine he's got to be like my brother's 5 years older than me, so I figure he's like 43. He seems like that age.
You know what's crazy? Like, Devin has quite a wide age range of people who watch his videos. But I mean, is that normal now? Because I guess like The Amazing Atheist and shit has young kids, right?
I can't stand him. I used to like him, but he's just, I guess his personality just got really annoying. Like he's always just kind of yelling, and it's like, all right, dude.
I know, I don't like that shit either, but
do something else. Like just be yourself now. Like people have seen this angry atheist guy for long enough.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sam's 51, really?
51.
Holy crap, he's so hot. Would bang.
It's not too old either.
I love Sam Harris. I love him. That's going to be a sad day for me when Sam Harris dies. I'm going to see him.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm so excited. I can't even believe it. It's going to be pretty good.
When is that?
So November 2nd. It's like 5 months away right now.
Time. I was like, you better text me and let me know how it's going. It's like,
dude, you'll get pictures and shit. I'll be like on Snapchat going crazy.
That's awesome.
So Snapchat is something that I've started to use as an outlook, or as an outlet for me to like bitch about shit that's on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best because I don't care if anybody watches it. So like I'll rant about racism, or I'll like rant about free speech or whatever the fuck I want to talk about at the time, or some dumb shit or whatever. And like it's so fun because there's all these filters. Dude, I'm addicted to these Snapchat filters. They're so fucking I'm such a girl. Like I'm so basic in so many ways. Like I fucking love that Snapchat. I love those Snapchat filters. They make me so happy. It changes your voice so you kind of sound like a chipmunk or whatever. And it's so funny when you're like ranting about
like dog faces and
and you're like ranting. I'm like ranting about something serious. I'm like, listen, guys, words are not violence. Okay, violence is violence, and it's like words are not violence. Violence. There's like these bunny ears, and I'm like, yeah.
You're such a millennial.
Dude, I can't I don't know what to do about this, but like my brain is always like this. It's always just like churning shit out. Churning shit out. Like I could talk 4 hours. I could easily take 4 hours of your time because I just can't shut the fuck up.
But as long as you have an outlet for it, I think this doing these things like live streams would probably
It is fun. And another thing about it is that like you get better and you expose yourself to the anxieties of it, and you get more comfortable having conversations, right? Because like I want to be able to just like have a conversation with somebody that I don't know, that isn't like, wow, it's sunny out here, it's like 32 degrees, huh? Nice weather we got there. Like, there's so much shit happening in the world. I don't believe in that saying that there's 3 things you should never talk about or bring up at the dinner table: sex, politics, and religion. And I'm like, I want to talk about all 3 of those things
at the same time.
They're taboo. They should so not be. No topic should be off limits. Like I mean, obviously, as you know, I'm pretty open. I'm chill. Like, it's all human shit. Like, it's all human being stuff.
You don't seem very West Coastish.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. West Coast people are very different. I guess because I don't know what Canada's like, but I've only been to Canada on the East Coast. Like, I've been to Niagara. I think I went to Toronto. I was pretty young.
Yeah.
I think Montreal is like the furthest I've gone.
Oh, really?
Into Canada, yeah.
See, I'm with Chris here, and I'm sure you feel the same way. We all talk shit in that chat, and it's like there's no holds barred, right? Like, we're fucking adults. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a very East Coast thing. Like, here, like the Northeast is all like people just say what the fuck they feel like. That's why they say, everybody always says like New York City is filled with like the meanest people. It's like, it's not that people are mean. It's just that they tell you shit to your face.
That's how it should be. Everybody else is just such a pussy, you know? Like, you should be able to talk about whatever you want. If you hurt someone's feelings, like, we're so bad at communicating. We want to eradicate shame, right? We want to eradicate shame for holding certain beliefs. And that is just, I find that such a negative thing, because shame is a societal corrective mechanism. You're supposed to feel shame for doing shit that's fucked up. Like, this whole fat shaming thing drives me nuts. You are not supposed to be that big.
But you know what? I don't really care if people are fat, but what bothers me is like the lying about it and being like, no, I'm healthy and stuff. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, they're in denial.
If you are healthy at the moment, you won't be for long, you know?
But let me tell you from like why I think that it's not okay to be unhealthy. And the reason is, like, you're responsible to take care of yourself. And like, if something happens, who the fuck's taking care of you when all those hospital bills come out? Guess what? That's all us taxpayers, right? Because here, medical is covered. That's because we pay for that shit. So if you have more people who are going into hospitals and using the medical system because they're just making shitty choices, why the fuck should I have to pay for the consequences?
Well, then the simple solution is to not cover them for it.
Well, I mean, you can't do that though, right? That's the fucking problem.
Or just
like,
die in your bed, you fat bastard. You can't get out of your bed.
This is one thing of wisdom that I heard from the Joe Rogan Experience with Dan Carlin, who does Hardcore History, which is a fucking awesome podcast. But he talks about how, like, the downside to freedom, the upside to freedom is that people are free to do whatever they want. The downside to freedom is also that people are free to do whatever they want. That means you're free to make bad decisions as well.
Yeah.
And we are not very concerned with how our bad decisions affect everybody else outward. Like, for example, in this fat situation, like, you really should give a shit about your health, not just because of yourself, but because, like, everybody else has to fit the bill for you to, you know, just do whatever the fuck you want. And it's not really fair. Like, people
but see, that happens because people let them.
But that's the thing with freedom. It's really difficult to.
Well, I mean, they like enable them. Like fat people wouldn't affect you if you didn't let it affect you and didn't let them like use you for help or whatever.
I got you. So what you're saying is,
they're doing, but they can't infringe on your freedom to, you know, to have your money.
But here's the thing, though: if they have, like, say, if they have a heart issue or something due to that obesity, due to like their poor choices and them not doing what they need to do to be healthy, if they don't have the money to go to the hospital but they need a surgery, what's going to happen? They're going to get assistance from the government, and who's paying for that?
Yeah, we are.
Exactly.
Who's
right? And I just
bastards.
I know. Get off the stage, you fat fuck. Yeah. I find it so embarrassing. Like, I hate this whole, like, oh my God, we need to aspire to, like, be fat and just be okay with it. And it's like, how, I don't understand how it's just the mental gymnastics that is prevalent among people is fucking insane for anything. It's like they feel so strongly about something. They're going to they're gonna just grasp at fucking straws to confirm whatever they're feeling, and it's like,
It's like
I don't know, dude.
like that British show. Like I only ever see clips of it on YouTube, so I don't even know what show it is. But it's like a talk show, and they talk about like hot topics or whatever. And there's one where they talk about that, like fat people. And there's this one fat lady who's talking about like, oh, I'm totally healthy. But you look at this lady and you know she is not healthy. Like somebody in the audience, I think, even calls her out, and they're like, there's no way you're healthy. She's like, my doctor says I'm healthy. I'm like, well, if that's true, it's not going to last very long. Like, how long can you weigh 200 pounds and be healthy, you know?
Dude, I don't even understand. What is this? What is that? Have you heard about this? It's the hug box mentality.
Yeah,
hug boxes everywhere. What is that? What is that? What is that?
It's like you go towards the people who are going to coddle you, you know?
Oh,
Like a hug box mentality. You want to be hugged, you want to be coddled for everything, so you look for that attention and shit.
I can't handle that shit. Like, this is another reason I'm like, you know what? I don't care about putting my thoughts online anymore, because if people have shit to say, like, fucking bring it. I probably need to be talked out of some ideas and bad shit that's in my brain, because I can't control every subconscious mechanism that's just operating in the background. You know what I mean? So that's why it's good to talk to different people. You diversify yourself in your thought processes, which is exactly what's going to knock you out of those thought patterns that you've had in your brain for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something though that I'm finding you actually have to do consciously. You have to make the choice to do that. And a lot of people are fucking lazy because it's very difficult and unsettling to deal with the fact that you're fucking wrong or that you're an idiot about something. It doesn't feel good.
I don't know. I've never been overweight. So it's like, I really don't know what that's like, you know, like I eat pretty healthy, but I mean, even when I didn't before, I just don't gain weight. I think that's just in my genes. My whole family's like thin, you know?
Yeah, I used to be really fat.
Yeah. Oh, well. So I guess you do know what the mentality's like, right?
Definitely, because I was lazy. I never wanted to work out. And you know what I realized? I had to choose to do it. I was really fucking depressed. I was feeling like shit. But the minute I changed everything, what I ate, adding activity to my day, like changing the things that I was doing every day, reading and shit, like I started to feel better because I was getting better and doing things that were making me smarter, healthier. And like, I didn't realize how much what you eat matters until I started changing my diet. So like everything changed. Okay, so when I was fat, I had really, like, my hair was so unhealthy, my skin was really unhealthy, and like it was just so gross, you know what I mean? Like, and then as I started changing my diet actually made the biggest difference. I started noticing like my skin was healthier, my hair was healthier, I was feeling better waking up, my circadian clock was on point again, like I was able to sleep properly until like, I don't know, it's so important. What you put in is obviously going to affect your output. And if you're eating shit, that's what it's like burning fossil fuels versus burning clean energy, right? Yeah. If you're going to burn fossil fuels, there's way more byproduct that is also consuming energy for you to burn. Whereas if it's cleaner, you're burning energy in a more efficient way, and your body is using that information in a more efficient way because you're getting actual nutrients as opposed to science fair projects.
Yeah, I go through stints of eating bad, and then when I do go back to start to like eating well and cooking healthy food for myself, I start feeling a lot better too.
Yeah, fat Amy pics. Yeah, I don't have very many. I don't have very many, but if I find one, I will definitely post one on Twitter for you.
Fat Amy.
Yes, increased libido as well with the working out and shit. Like,
that's true too.
Definitely made a huge difference, and it's.
You know, a lot of the issue with like obesity is parents, because like your diet in your developmental years really determines what your metabolism is going to be
from
like
the womb, dude. From the womb. Like, it's not even from when you're a baby. It's from when you're developing in your mother's body. Like, it's really fucked up
how your body processes fat and sugars and stuff.
Fat and everything. And you know, it's crazy. Like, women who smoke, who become pregnant while they're smoking cigarettes, are told not to quit and are told to slow down, because otherwise the baby can die, because the baby has that nicotine in their blood.
There. It's in the bloodstream.
It's so fucked up.
I just seen a pregnant lady the other day, like 9 months pregnant, smoking.
Yo, that breaks my heart.
Yeah, she was like walking down the street smoking. I'm looking at her like, what the fuck?
Oh my
So ghetto.
gosh. Dude, I can't handle that shit, man. Like, people don't understand how much of themselves, like, the worst people are the ones having the most kids.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why there's so many shitheads, dude. Like, your phone's going off. Are you still okay for time? How are you doing?
Is that me?
I think so. It's certainly not me.
Oh, it might be from my computer.
It ain't me. That sounds like an iPhone, my friend.
No, I do not have an iPhone. I have a
Oh my
Samsung.
goodness. Oh,
Superman
Daniel, is
punch.
that why you have so many issues? Just kidding, Daniel. Just kidding.
Superman punch a pregnant bitch smoking.
Oh my god.
My
I
mom
don't know, man.
she smoked throughout her pregnancy. Yeah, my mom never smoked, but my dad always smoked, and he's old school Dominican, so like he didn't even know smoking was bad. You didn't get that in Dominican Republic. Nobody told you that shit. So he came here, and he was raised on cigarettes, so he didn't know any better. So now I was born with asthma, and I think that's probably why.
Oh, I fucking have asthma too.
The other reason is lead poisoning, because lead and gas didn't become illegal till the 90s here. And
really, Morgan, do you think smoking looks aesthetically appealing? This is a very interesting thing, because I hear the opposite, that people think it's
I've been told I look cool when I smoke.
Okay.
By girls. But it's always just me. They're like, oh, you're like the only person that I've seen that looks cool when they smoke.
Yeah. What is that? Okay, I'm going to make a confession, because I have definitely smoked when I've been stressed out. And
I'm on and off. I quit. Last time I quit was for like 2 years, and then
it's, for me, it's not like a chemical thing. It's more the act of smoking. That's why I smoke so much weed, right? Like, it's like an oral fixation thing. So
yeah,
a vape is coming. I'm so being one of those fucking people. And you know what? I don't feel bad, because they smell and taste delicious.
Do you watch H3H3?
I've seen a couple of his videos, but
those people are fucking ridiculous. Him and his wife, they're so funny.
Yeah. No, Kristen, it's kind of gross, man. Smoking. I just don't like it. I don't like the smell and stuff. And it's weird, because like, I've smoked before.
I'd rather not smoke.
Yeah, for sure.
Drinking is a problem, because when you drink, you want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, you know what? That's when I had my first one, actually.
I quit for 2 years, and then my roommate was an alcoholic, and he was always like, hey, let's go for years. So I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, see, he loves H3 too.
Yeah. He's a very popular YouTuber, right? I didn't hear about him until recently, actually. You know who else I didn't hear about until recently? The guy they called a Nazi. He's like,
what?
He has like 3 million subscribers or something. 4 million. No, they called him a Nazi on TV. I forget his goddamn name. Everybody made a video about it. Well, not Evan, obviously, because
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I definitely was an H3.
Oh, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, that's the one. Yeah.
I totally forgot about the whole Nazi thing.
Yeah, they called him a Nazi. Everybody's a fucking Nazi now.
This other popular game YouTuber guy, JonTron, he was a Nazi too.
Yes, everybody is.
Yeah, what the
everybody
fuck?
is. If you're fucking white, you're a Nazi. You know what? That's one thing that really pisses me off, is how much shit people can talk about white people, and just it's disgusting. It really makes me sick.
Yeah,
and I try not to.
They watered down the words, and soon it's like we're not even going to be able to accurately define what racist means or Nazi. Because it's going to be so convoluted.
I did forget the most subbed YouTuber's name, because I'm like underground, yo. I only know about like.
She's not in the loop.
No, I'm definitely not. Like, JonTron. I don't even think I've seen a video of JonTron's. I guess I have some homework now.
I'm not really into his videos, but he seems like a nice guy. Like, it was kind of really sad that these people were calling him a racist and shit. And he looked really hurt by it. Like, it's so sad.
You can't take this shit seriously anymore. It's becoming really bad. Like, there are real racists out there, just like there are real rapists out there, and there are real actual homophobes and you're taking away the value of that word.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like watering it down, so it's like it doesn't even used to anymore. Now we're gonna have to create a new word for people who are actually rapists and actually racists.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. No, we shouldn't. We're not going to create a new word. Fuck these SJWs who are like, oh my God, we're adding more language to the dictionary.
God.
Fucking Franny.
Oh,
How did she have
she's
a
the
job?
worst.
How does she have a job?
Yeah,
Give
I
me
don't
a show.
know.
Give me a show.
She gets so many downvotes on YouTube that I don't know why MTV keeps her. Like, it doesn't even make sense. If that was like network television, she would have been canceled on like the second episode.
Dude, man, dude, that's all I have to say. Sometimes I look at the TV and because everybody makes videos about her, about Francesca, and MTV, and like that's the fucking filth on the television. This is hilarious. The real Nazis are getting pissed off with all the cultural appropriation.
I've seen that for that Kathy Griffin Donald Trump thing.
Oh gosh, she's such a fucking baby. Yo, I listen to Larry Elder. You know who Larry Elder is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I listened to the first part of his most recent show, and he's talking about the whole Kathy Griffin thing. Dude, she gets on TV, and she's fucking crying about how the white man is always trying to put her down, and she can't believe she lost her job, and it like.
I was laughing with my friend Gil watching that because her crying was so fake. We were like, "Wow, what a fake cry!" Like she couldn't even muster a tear.
Whatever the fuck happened to, content of character, not color of skin? Like, fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even. She could have just played that gracefully, did her apology video, and then just like ducked out until that disappears.
Dude, that victim shit.
Yeah, she had to play the victim, and it just made her look stupid.
It's so embarrassing for women who identify as feminists who get up there and they whine and they cry. Like, it's really weird. They don't, like, they say they want to be treated equally, but it seems like what they really want is to be treated like they're children. And then they say, we don't want all these, like, these gender norms applied to us that we're bitchy and whiny and all these tropes and shit, yet you're bitching and whining.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's like they don't want to be they want to be treated like children, but then they complain about being treated like children, right?
Yeah, you know what I said about feminists? I said the same bitch who is complaining that you opened the door for her is going to be the same bitch who's complaining that you did not open the door for her later. You can't win.
Yeah, you can't win. There is no winning.
No, that's it's just people who don't know what they want.
That's why they turn on each other, because you can't win with them.
Yeah,
I mean, like Joss Whedon, he was like all feminist and stuff and tweeting, and then he made the second Avengers movie, and then they were like, "Oh, we don't like the way you treated Black Widow's character," and then they all turned on him, and then he left Twitter. He was like, "All right, I'm out."
Somebody posted an article today that was like, I think I found the most cringy Wonder Woman feminist article, and I think the headline was, "When is there going to be a fat feminist like Wonder Woman?" Like, no, God. There's not going to be, because she's a goddamn superhero, and that's not what superhero looks like.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I just saw that movie.
What did you think of it?
It was okay.
Really? It looked so good from the trailer. I was actually really excited to see it.
It can get pretty hammy. Like, the acting at sometimes is pretty bad.
Yeah.
The dialogue is real cheesy at some points, where I'm like, oh God, like, really?
Yeah. Okay, I just need to say, in response to Chris over here, you can't fucking apologize to these people. And we gotta stop apologizing to these people.
Apologize.
Oh my God, it's the worst. But like all these principals at these schools, there was one school, I think it was either in Ohio or Chicago, and they're like, if you guys are here by 5 a.m., the cops are gonna escort all of you out and you're all gonna get expelled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it. We're not putting up with your shit. Like, you come here to learn, and if you don't like that, well, you go the fuck somewhere else.
That video of that girl screaming at that dean that she's like, "This is not an intellectual space. This is a home." It's like, no, it's not. It's a university, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up.
I know, that's exactly what I said. This is a fucking university. If you don't fucking like it, go learn somewhere else. Like,
oh man, that video disturbs me. Like the way, like,
dude,
how do you give into kids throwing a tantrum? That's all it really is. It's just a bunch of kids.
Because these adults are like so scared, man. Like, obviously, this is how the parenting was happening in that generation. Because obviously, these kids have been acting like that, and their parents are like, "Oh, these are like privileged kids who are going to university, and they're seriously complaining about the fact that we're not safe. What about our safety right now? What the fuck are you talking about? Your safety?"
every space is a safe space for white people.
Oh my God.
It was funny, like talking about how this happened in the 90s. I remember when BET first started.
Yeah.
And I used to not get it. I'd be like, why is there a black channel? I don't understand. And people would say, well, because black people aren't on TV, so they need a black channel. I'm like, what channel doesn't have black people in it? Like, I've never seen that.
Dude, they have their own channel, BET.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about before BMT. This is like when BET first started. And it didn't make sense to me. I was like, wait, but every channel has black people in it. Like, what channel are you talking about that shows no white people? Like,
and now they're really trying hard. Like all these, I recently, you notice it, man. You start noticing the preferential affirmative action-y shit that starts popping into commercials. Because I recently have been seeing a CoverGirl commercial, okay? And like, there's only a black and an Asian woman in it. There's no white woman in it. And usually there's always one.
No more white people on TV.
So fucked. It's like, hey, if I go to Japan, should I expect there to be brown programming because like I'm a brown person who now lives in Japan? Like, what the fuck? Get out of here. I can't, dude. I can't. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like,
yeah, it don't make sense, man. That's what's happening in the world today. At some point, it's got to go away. Like, I can't see it lasting.
It has to go away soon too. Like, there's a point that Sam Harris made, and we really do not have the time to like fuck around too much. Our time is very finite, right? Like,
yeah, it's short.
It's just like how.
I'm almost 40. So.
You're almost. How do you feel though? Does it even matter?
Nah, I feel the same. 30s is like the next big break, so maybe 40s might be a different change. Because when I hit my 30s, it's like hitting a wall and shit. You definitely do start feeling the effects of getting old, like the very early signs of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. But tell me, like
28, that your genes slow. Your cells start slowing down in reproduction.
Maybe, but
something like that. But you do start feeling tired, like drinking.
Oh,
the
tired.
Next day you feel shitty.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't drink enough to get hungover. So that's one area in which I'm very lucky. I have half a beer and I'm like, woo!
Well, my dad was an alcoholic, so I don't get hangovers very easily.
My father is an alcoholic too, and he's a douche.
Yeah. Well, my dad had to quit drinking because he had 2/3 of his stomach cut out.
Oh wow! Because of that?
Yeah, because of drinking, fucked up his stomach.
Wow.
They had to cut like 2/3 off, but that was like years ago. Now it's grown back to its regular size, and now he's like 70, so he doesn't give a shit and drinks all the time. And he's like, "Well, now I'm old, so
yeah,
I'm gonna go out happy."
Yeah. Like, you know what? My grandma's like that right now. She's like 80 years old and she is so super unhealthy. She ends up at the hospital like every 3 or 4 months. She has like heart problems. She has cholesterol. She's like overweight. And she just got a knee replacement recently, which I thought was just so stupid because her immune system is already pretty bad. So if you're going to go into surgery and they're going to cut you open, like the chances that you're like, it weakens your immune system to be cut open, right?
Yeah.
She has to stay in the hospital. She has to like, obviously her knee is going to heal way slower than if I got a knee surgery. And she doesn't want to follow any of what the doctor prescribes in terms of like diet or anything like that. And it's like, and then she bitches and complains to me.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm going to die soon. And I feel so shitty all the time. I'm like, well, I mean, fuck. Obviously, you put sugar on quinoa for fuck's sake. Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, sugar's a big problem.
So bad. It's like the worst thing for you.
Everybody drinks like I don't drink soda very often or iced tea or anything, but everybody else does. Like this country's huge with everybody drinking sugary drinks. Like I don't know many people who drink water regularly.
I drink. That's crazy, man. Like
that's all I drink. I only drink coffee and water. It's like
I definitely drink. I drink water and coffee. Those are my water, coffee, tea.
Yeah, tea. If I'm not drinking coffee, then tea.
Yeah. You know what? I totally agree with Morgan here. I definitely want to die before I turn 60. You know how I want to go out? This is my plan. My plan is at 55 years old. If I'm satisfied around 55, I just want to do the fattest hit of heroin, like the first time. I'm never going to touch heroin. Never. Never in my life will I touch it, except for committing suicide.
Yeah.
Because that would be one hell of a way to go out. And I'd never have to worry about chasing the dragon. And I'd just do it fucking once. And I'd do like the biggest fucking dose that I could. And just whoosh.
We should get shot out into space in a tube or something.
Yeah, that'd be
Just
fucking
float
dope.
through space forever until some alien species finds us and resurrects us.
Like, you know how like what's his name? Oh man. I hate when my brain does this. Timothy the Tripper.
Oh, Timothy Leary?
Timothy Leary, yeah. You know how like he when he talks, you just like it's somehow, or when you read his writing, it just somehow induces like this kind of psychedelic state. Like I just want to like have that level of like feeling before I die, and maybe the heroin will get me there. That's what I'm fucking telling myself.
I'm like that with Terrence McKenna.
Mm-hmm. Terrence McKenna, that's what I was talking about.
The DMT guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He calls those beings that I saw, he calls them machine elves.
Yeah. Yes. He said he saw a lot of dancing elves in his trips, as did Rogan.
The more you do it, the better your experience there, because you get to stay there longer and you already know everybody. You know, I guess if you can call them bodies.
Yeah.
Monkey face. See that we go
Yeah.
back to the monkey.
Hey man, that's where he came from, man. Holy moly.
27 is the coolest age to kick the bucket.
I know. And you know what? Fucking chocolate is so good.
Yeah, chocolate's good. It's got
arthritis. Yo, why the hell
Rogan,
do you have arthritis, Morgan? What is this shit?
How old is Morgan that he has arthritis?
Brandon Johnson, she's a Roganite. Hell yeah, I love Rogan, man.
Yeah, I like him too.
Rogan is like, he's been like it sounds so weird. My life is so weird because like I never had a decent father figure in my life, so I gravitate towards smart older men, right? So like I listen to Rogan, I listen to Sam Harris, I really like Dawkins, Dennett, I loved Hitchens, like I listen to all these like smart men that I really like because I consider them as like fathers in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Except you want their penis.
No. Just Sam.
Like no, just Sam. All right.
Except you know what? I gotta tell you, like when I got my picture taken with Joe Rogan, I was like, I was so freaked out because like my hormones were like, woo, because he's super hot, right? And he's jacked and he's like really nice and friendly. And like I freaked out when I saw him and I'm like, I've been listening to you since episode 1. He's like, are you okay? And I was like,
like chill,
fine. It's like super weird because
how tall is he?
He's 5'8". He's very short.
Okay, he's not much taller than me.
I can find a picture and like screen share it.
I'm short too, so.
Are you how short?
5'6".
Okay. Well, you're fucking taller than me, so that's not short to me.
Yeah,
right?
how tall did you say you were? 5?
I'm 5 feet.
That's my mom's height. So tiny.
Oh my god, man. Let's see.
He's a dwarf. If he's a dwarf, what am I? What the fuck?
Is he a dwarf? What's considered a dwarf? I thought like 4'11".
A dwarf. A
no,
dwarf is like
not a dwarf.
under like 4'5" or something.
Well,
you guys use centimeters?
I use feet. There's certain things that I go
yeah, you confuse
imperial for. I know I do.
You confuse me with the degrees. You're always like,
I try to use.
It's so nice out. It's 30 degrees, and I'm like 30 degrees for us is freezing as fuck. Like,
I'm trying to freaking use I'm really
that's
trying
a snowstorm for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to use better. You know,
well, it's not better. Only the U.S. really does it.
I have to, but I have to learn. You know what I mean?
You'd think as an American should learn since everybody else uses that.
Yo, I was kind of fat here too, actually. And like, you know what's really funny is that what's super funny about this, if this ever fucking loads, is that I just got so nervous that instead of smiling in the picture, I made a stupid fucking face. I hate that. That was the only chance I had to like have a picture with him, and I was like, I made a stupid ass face.
Like,
are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh my god.
I make stupid faces for every picture.
Screen share. Share. Here it is.
That's
Fucking
awesome
freaked
that
out,
you met
man.
him, though. Check this out.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man.
This is her with Joe
I
Rogan.
really like him.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, hey, this might be. Let me see if I can show you this. Tell me how the sound is if you can hear it.
Let's see.
There might be some lag. I apologize.
It's so weird watching you like control your computer. I feel
I
like
know,
someone's
right?
taking over my computer. Hacker, hacker.
Turn that down. Let's see. There he is. This is when I lit the joint.
Nah, I could barely hear it.
No? Okay.
It's actually not even streaming that well. It's like turning all gray. But I see him moving.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I
anyways.
see the smoke.
Yeah, it's so funny. That was right when people were like throwing joints at him on stage. You know what I mean?
He smokes all the time on the podcast. It's funny because the
Yeah, he
camera will
does.
go away from him for a while and then go back to him and his eyes will be all red and shit. It's like, gee, I wonder what he was doing while the camera wasn't looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit chubbier back then. I don't know if I have any newer pictures on here. I don't even know why. They're old as fuck,
family
man.
Photo album time.
I totally don't have any family photos, actually.
I don't either.
I really
My family
don't.
weren't big on pictures.
Really? I am. I actually really like to take pictures, but
I have a few, but it's mostly like, you know, on vacation, like pictures in Peru or Disney World and shit.
yeah, I used to be really bad and take a lot of selfies. I'm really bad like that.
I think that's
I
like
just
a niche thing.
It is, and I don't know what it is that is so compelling about it. I don't understand, you know, like I don't understand why I like Snapchat so much. Like, am I just narcissistic? Like, is that what it is? I think I have to come. I might be, and I think I have to come to terms with that. That I may be a little bit narcissistic, and you know what? Whatever. Fuck it.
I mean,
fucking care.
If you enjoy things like that, you should do them anyway. That's what life is for.
I do though. I do. Like I don't care. You know, I used to care before about, oh my God, what if I post so much? I'm gonna lose followers. Now it's like fucking leave. I don't give a shit. I don't need you to like me. If you don't like me, oh boo-hoo. Like life goes on.
I care about that stuff either. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always been the kind of person that I don't really care how people view me. Like I have my friends and they know who I am, so I don't really care about anybody else. That's why it bugs me so much about these people with their identities, you know, like you have to call me what you want to call, you know. I don't give a shit what other people call me. You can call me a she if you want. Like I don't give a fuck.
I don't like, so a joke was just made, obviously, right? Egocentrism and narcissism is cool. I mean, like, I don't know where the balance is or where the tipping point is where you are actually a narcissist, because like, see, I'm doing this thing where I'm justifying it in my mind. Like I really like to talk and I like to get my ideas out there because I want challenge. I get so fucking bored of thinking the same shit. I get so bored of it. And like, I'm so ADD. So I like seek out shit, you know, I'm like, I need something that is not aligned with the way that I'm thinking about it, because it's so fucking boring. There's got to be more to it than this. I'm not 100% right here.
So I think DMT will be good for you.
Yeah.
Like I said, it strips away your ego, so you won't have any of that going on.
But I mean, I'm trying to figure out where or in what way I have an ego.
Yeah, that's tough. But that's where that would help you. It would help you discover those things.
Yeah, I guess so.
At least that's how Joe Rogan says it when he does it all the time.
Yeah, I don't really
come to those conclusions about himself and how things that he worries about don't mean anything.
Yeah.
All the machine elves laugh at him like, oh, you take that so serious? Ha 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 ha.
Oh my God, can I show you a really awesome picture? You know why I gotta show you? Because okay, my friend and I went to this really cool light light exhibit at one of the parks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like biting a giant lit up mushroom.
Whoa.
Can you see that?
Yeah, it's cool.
There's a lot of fucking cool pictures that we took here. Like it's lit the fuck up, you know what I mean? Like,
is that like a park?
Yeah, it's a giant park. Look at that. Look at all those lights.
Wow, that's really cool. That must have taken so much work for them to set that up.
So much. Like, oh my God, fucking awesome. We had so much fun. Like, I got so baked, and when you're baked and you go look at shit like that, it trips you out.
Yeah.
Right?
That Eiffel Tower reminds me of when I went to Niagara Falls, and they have like a miniature park, of like miniature cities and stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I have not seen that.
No, it's pretty cool. It's all like miniature, like Germany, and it'll be like famous buildings from Germany all miniatured.
Yeah, I remember we got like there's a shit there. It was like really warm wine.
Warm wine.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't remember what it was called. There's maybe my friend
red or white?
It's red wine, but it's like a warm. It's like it tastes really cidery. You know what I mean? And it was pretty strong, and we drank that shit, and we like enjoyed the lights. It was all like you feel glowy, like you glow with the lights and shit. It was really cool.
They have a lot of stuff like that in New York City all the time.
Yeah.
Especially during holiday times. We went, my friend called me during Christmas time, and she was like, hey, let's go to New York City. They have like a big gingerbread house exhibit. Like there's, it was like souped up to us like that it was going to be like huge gingerbread houses in the park. And we're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. So we go there. And it's one like cardboard house that look like a gingerbread house. And we're so disappointed. We were like, no.
Boo, man.
And we didn't even go. We were like, we just turned around at the edge of the park. Like, is that it? Never mind.
You know what's really nice? This is the first time that we're speaking, and we've talked for about 2 hours, and it's been quite a smooth, nice conversation.
Definitely. It's
fun. I really like that. Like it's so cool. I am such a fucking suck when it comes to like human connection and talking and shit. Like that's where I get the most fulfillment, is talking to people and just hanging out and being able to like, talk shit.
A lot of people have problems socializing at first. It's really just like a warming up thing. Yeah. Like at the beginning, I had no idea what to say.
Yeah. You know what I call it?
Minutes in, it's like, okay.
This, like being able to do this with your friends and shit. Like I find that it's really mental masturbation, because you have thoughts going on in your brain all day. A pressure builds up. It's nice to have an outlet, just like it's nice to come because you're sexually frustrated because that pressure is built up. You know what I mean? Like you just need to get that shit out there. And once it's out there, it's like, like you just feel like a weight's lifted. And maybe that's because shooting the shit. Exactly. I fucking love it. Like, if I could put professional shit talker on my resume and I could find that as a job, like that would totally be what I would want to do. I just want to fucking talk shit all day.
If people could pay you, you could like just do live streaming as a job and just stream 8 hours a day.
Wouldn't that be great? Like I'd run out of shit to say eventually. I'd have to start doing mad drugs to have some shit to say about. And then people are like, oh my God, Amy, is everything that Amy talks about just drugs? Yeah, actually, I'm so sorry, dude, because I fucking really, it's part of my life, right?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Exactly. I think that, like all things, I mean, too much of a good thing can be bad. And if you are a responsible drug user, it can actually be very beneficial. And it's really hard for some people to accept that. Like they just automatically
some people
say, you're a loser, or drugs are for idiots, or whatever the fuck. But like, if you add an intelligent person plus drugs, I mean, look at Sam Harris. Sam Harris has done LSD, right? As like
it depends on each individual, because some people definitely have like an addictive mentality, like personality, and those people should probably stay away from drugs.
Right. Yeah.
People who have like strong will and can do drugs, and and use them, not abuse them, then those people should be fine.
Right. Exactly. It's not a bad thing. I think that like psychedelics, the shit that I've done, they've really expanded my consciousness, and they've actually
necessary.
I agree to a degree. They definitely helped me pop out of like, just rigid thought patterns that I've been stuck in for so long that have held me back from just making changes in my life and shit. You know what I mean?
And there's also enlightenment. Like you really do think of things that are beyond your normal capacity when
so true. Yeah.
Like, things that you would never have connected or ever have thought of, you think of in those situations.
Well, especially because those drugs actually So the way the brain works is that different parts of your brain are active for different things and sensing different things separately, compartmentalized. And then what happens in the front of your brain is that a unified field of experience is created because your brain buffers all that information and creates that unified field of experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with taking the mind-altering substances is it actually causes parts of your brain that don't typically interact to interact. That's why you get a lot of sensory crossover.
Yeah.
And your perception gets all mixed up and stuff. And like with acid, for example, you see sound, you know, and you hear color. Like it's really fucking weird. Like shit just crosses over, and it sounds really unreal, but that's kind of what's happening there. So wait, I'll ask you first and then I'll answer. What have you done in terms of drugs so far?
I can't think of any I haven't done, to be honest.
Okay.
That's an easier way of saying it than naming everything.
Okay,
I was very experimental as a teenager. So.
Okay, me, not so much. I didn't even have my first drink of alcohol till I was of age. I was a good girl.
Oh, man. I've been drinking since I was like 13.
I have I've done the mushrooms, the MDMA, the acid. I actually did try DMT once, but it was a failed attempt because we tried to put it on top of weed in a pipe, but you weren't supposed to directly put the flame on it either, and we did, and we kind of burnt out.
In case you get it again, so you know, we would get we got a bong, and then in the bowl put a thin layer of weed. And then we sprinkled the DMT on there, and then we put another thin layer of weed on top of the DMT. So we would just burn the top tip of the top weed. You know what I'm saying? So the heat would, when you breathe in, the heat would vaporize the crystals. So then you're not directly burning it.
Okay, yeah, I've heard you like using a vape is good too. If there's a variable temperature variant on it. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. I'm pretty new. I don't want to do anything. Yeah, no needles. I don't want to mainline anything.
No, I don't do anything with needles. With heroin, I smoked it once and I snorted it once.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things you do that you know you don't want to ever do again, because it really does feel that good. And you know that like, if I'm going to keep doing that, I'm going to be stuck to it. So.
Yeah, I'm with this, like, if it doesn't grow, I say, except for acid, because the acid doesn't grow. It's a chemical, right? Like, it's made in the lab.
Yep.
It's always DMT, isn't it?
No, it's not. DMT.
I mean, it is a chemical produced in your brain. I get that, but where is it?
No, when people give you DMT, they break it down from its initial plants.
From grass, I hear.
Yeah, okay. And they break it down in acid. You know, they separate the DMT from all the other elements.
Okay, cool.
That's how my friend made it, at least. It was ground up.
No, I have not tried Adderall and weed. You know what? The only prescription medication that I fucked with are Percocets.
Yeah, I don't do prescription drugs. I don't trust them.
No, I don't either. I mean, like, it's not a regular thing. I've done it because I was in a setting with a girlfriend of mine. We were just like hanging out. And we're like, whatever. It just chills you out, right? But it is an opiate. So
I'm not a big fan of downers, like of feeling chill. I kind of like the more energetic drugs.
See, me as a person, I am extremely energetic. So for me to have the like this is why smoking weed for me is more pardon me, beneficial than it is like lazy inducing, because I'm operating at like a level 11 in terms of energy.
Yeah, we're on opposite spectrums.
Yeah, and any given day people are usually at like a 4, or between a 4 and a 6. So for me to like be at a level where those people can tolerate me, like, it's better if I smoke weed, because I'm the kind of person I'll walk into work at, say, because I used to work 5 a.m. to 1:30. I'd walk in the morning and I'd be like, good morning, how's everybody doing? And they're like, shut the fuck up. I haven't had my fucking coffee. I don't want to hear your good morning. I don't give a fuck how you slept. I don't even think I slept. Like, fuck off. Like, that's kind of what I get, right? So
have you ever seen Trading Places?
No.
Like with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy? Oh, well, there's this scene, like, long story short, Dan Aykroyd is rich and then he becomes poor. So there's a scene where he's like dressed up as Santa Claus, all drunk in the subway, like looking like a hobo, all dirty. And he picks a sandwich out of the garbage. So he starts eating it, and the hairs from like the Santa Claus beard are getting stuck to it, but he's eating that too, you know, like he's just pulling it off. But then somebody comes in and says something to him, and he makes the exact noise I make when somebody comes in the morning like that. It's like, it's like that's just what I feel like doing anytime somebody comes in really energetic in the morning. Like,
I can't help it. I'm just generally a really like bubbly and happy person, and I have to be around the right people because sometimes it just puts people off. Why are you so happy? What do you have to be happy about? I'm like, bitch,
Yeah,
I
I
love
don't
my
say
life.
anything
Like, is that
about it.
okay?
I do say good morning to people and stuff. I'm not like, I don't really go, stay away from me.
Yeah. Like, you notice when I come into the chats, I'm always like, hey, hey, everybody. Try to say hi to everybody individually. Like, hey, what's up? How are you? How's it going? I hope your day's going well, blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't help it. Like, caring is just in my nature.
You
It's just how I
definitely
am.
lively up the chats. There's like
Yeah, man, you
I
gotta
think
talk
there
shit.
was one that he did at night that you weren't there, and I went in and I was kind of bored. But it wasn't like any of the
Aw.
regular people either. It wasn't like any of the people that are normally there that we talk to.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
all
all
different
of us
people, and I
are.
was like, who are these people?
He generally, like, recently seems to stream at around 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I've noticed I have a notification, or around like when I'm leaving for work, which is like 8 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. So whoever shows up. But it seems like the same. You know what? I'm wondering right now, Chris, why aren't you going to bed? We're gonna end this stream in 7 minutes. That's
He
what we're
kept
gonna
saying,
do.
yeah, I'm leaving. And then
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm leaving. I have school in the morning. And he
Yeah, I
just,
told you he listened to me when I told him not to go to school tomorrow.
oh my God,
I'm a
man.
bad influence. Soon he'll be doing all kinds of drugs. And
Oh my gosh. No, he's a smart
Dropping
boy. We
out.
can't let him do that shit. Can't let him do that shit. All these kids who are like, man, I'm going to school right now. I'm like, please go to school. Don't drop out. Go to school. Finish your shit. Oh, it's only 11, he said.
Ah,
Where are you, Chris?
he's an
Where's
hour
Chris? I
behind
don't even know
you.
where the fuck Chris is.
12 here.
Yo, Chris, where you at?
Where you at, Chris?
Where you at?
You ever seen that? Those people that put that whistle noise on their cars?
No.
Oh yeah, there's a video of this guy. He does it like out of his garage. I
Yeah.
seen it somewhere on YouTube, and they like the news went to report on this, and he just
Mhm.
keeps going woo woo like the
Oh,
whole time.
man.
He's like, yeah, I go to work at 8 in the morning. My car go woo woo.
Oh shit, Chris is in the Bible Belt.
Oh, Texas.
Texas.
Texas is middle time or mountain time?
No, it's Eastern because it's Oh no, wait. No, you're
Texas
right.
is
You're right. It is
It's
mountain.
mountain time,
It's 2
right?
hours, right? It's 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah. No, but he's only an hour behind me. If he's about to be 11, it's about to be 12 here.
Yeah, but he's 2 hours ahead of me, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, 2 ahead of you. Yeah, if he's one.
Yeah. T-Mobile commercial. Sorry, dude. I'm in Canada. There's no T-Mobile here. Shout out to Texas.
More Texas. Oh no, we're getting infiltrated by Texans.
Oh, the Texans, man. But I hear you guys have really good barbecue, so I'm down with you.
Oh yeah, Texas barbecues.
Yo, summertime is the best because outside when I walk home from work, when I'm walking to the gym or something, like, oh, you just smell that burning barbecue and you're like, yeah.
Do they do I guess you wouldn't know. I was like, do they do daylight savings in Texas? Do you guys do daylight savings?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Some
Yeah.
countries don't.
Oh yeah.
Some-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh sure.
Oh yeah. Well, my friend, I think that I'm going to get ready to eat and head to bed
it's getting
because
late.
it's
almost
like
midnight.
9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock
9 o'clock
here.
is super early. That's like when I would start partying.
Yeah, man, you're a night guy though.
Yeah, I am a night guy. It's true.
Like I'm like, man, I want to be in bed by like 8:30 because I'm an old lady. I mean, I never do. But yeah. Well, everybody, it was really cool hanging out. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye, Morgan and Brian and Chris and Brandon and all you guys who came. And Alf, it was so good talking to you, dude. We got to do this again sometime.
Anytime you want.
Okay, cool, dude. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Big kiss. Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.